I'm gonna keep my real zippity doodad.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another late night stream that I was pressured into. Wasn't going to go live until the gentleman below me said, "Steve's going live." He won't say it, but I will. I was really not going to, and then Mr. McDevitt urged me to go. So
I was trying to be inspirational.
How about your retirement?
But anyways, I also got Cody here. This is the real zippity doodad from Strive to Do Better. So got nothing to talk about. We're going to talk about something. Guys, first off, though, make sure you go check out Dina with the live place. He'll start our show, as well as over 120 other shows. Dina's amazing. Welcome in Dad Builds. Kadani Sean, welcome in, which I saw Kadani Sean for the first time on Pete's stream. Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. Loving Diz World. What's up, Craig? Strive to Do Better, this guy over here. And Pete McDevitt, the guy below me. And that's where we're at now. Rachel O's Disney, welcome in. As people come in, we'll welcome you. First off, though, Cody put out another video tonight that was like slapping me in the face. Roscoe Mothership. Can't stay, won't say hi. Hello. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Enjoy your night. So much for the one and done.
I'm never going to hear the end of that.
Hold on. We had one and done. Then he came on my stream and it was 2 and through.
3 is enough for me.
Oh, wow.
Right off the top of the head.
Love it.
But Cody put out a video today. He's doing a video every day. And it's, what are you up to? Like 70?
60
videos in a row. Today's was a slap in my face talking about breakfast because he knows I don't eat breakfast, which he's encouraging me. We'll get there. Hughes Cruisers, welcome in. Thank you for being here. That's awesome. Welcome into this is not what we normally do. This is just because nobody in my life sleeps. So we're just here. But anyways, yeah, the next time for what's one more. There you go. That's great. That. So eggs every day. No, eggs are gross.
Eggs every day.
He didn't mention eggs, but he put out a video. I mean, and if you look at me and you look at him, one of us is doing it right and one of us is not. But, he's doing it. And he eats breakfast every day. And he puts out a really good video about the fitness and everything, what you're supposed to do. So, yeah. And wait, what happened to 2 and through? Stacy says.
Yeah, I'm not.
Stacey. Elena K808, welcome in.
I got nothing.
Oh, thanks so much, Rachel. I appreciate that. That's awesome. And then Mr. McDevitt went live today at 9:30. And I joined him, and it was fun. We had lots of calls, and but Pete goes live every Sunday at 7:30.
7:30
with Off the Wall, incredible show. I was super honored to be his very first guest on that show.
And you will be the first person to return.
That's it. Yeah, and I still have answered every question. So we'll see how that goes, but it's a little aggressive, some of the questioning. You have the option to plead the fifth, which I said I didn't want to do. So, yeah.
You actually got off easy because it was a softer version when you did it. It was progressed and changed.
So there has been, yes, I get that part about it. It has gotten a little more intense. But at the same time, being the first, nobody knew what to expect. There's other people that know what's going on now. They're like, okay, I'll say this to this and this to this and this to this. You hit me in the face with it.
I did. But remember, Steve, as I tell everybody when they start mouthing off to me like Mickey Bunch and everybody else that can't wait to get in the hot seat, it does change when that seat light comes on. You do get nervous.
It does. And
to quote one of my favorite people to ever be on this earth as a character, the great Roddy Piper.
Yes.
Whenever you think you know all the answers, I change the questions.
Yes. Welcome in Lori Jean Carlson and Katie Howe. Stacy Rogers, I have no idea what's up with this Google. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand why they do that. So the Google moderator team has been deleting people's comments, mods' comments, and even in Resort TV 1's comment, I did, Stacy, in it. But here, Stacy, I'll say this. Over on StreamYard's chat, I still see it. And it's the same exact thing that she just posted twice. She put Aloha Elena K808. So the first one got deleted, the second one didn't. We have no idea what's going on. Even Resort TV 1 typed in their own chat and got it deleted. And all they said was hi to Randy and Kathy or something like that. So
Stacy's probably getting deleted because she hates cheesesteaks.
Oh, well, it's probably. But whatever this is, message deleted by the Google moderator team. Something's going on and something's not right because they did that. And then she posted the exact same thing the second time. Nothing happened. That's the first time it's happened in my stream. I just saw it for the first time in Resort TV 1 stream earlier today. So
yeah, so did I. That's weird.
Seen that before.
But, welcome in though to Katie Howe, Lori Jean Carlson, Two Real Geeks. Yeah, I see that. Stace. I don't know. It's just weird. Dad Build says I'm honored Pete added a question to the rotation that I submitted.
That's true.
That is awesome. Yeah. I have questions I should send you. We'll see. One day. I don't want to hurt anybody else though. So and I don't want you to use them on me when I do come back for the second time.
He's gonna use them on you.
Oh, I absolutely would.
You've just been going nuts since the shutdown the other day. Yeah, I know, Danny. It's been really weird. But anyways, yeah, if you do see something that says message deleted by Google moderator team, it's usually nothing wrong. For some reason, people just getting the comments deleted. Doesn't make any sense.
That's so weird.
Cheesesteaks.
Cheese steaks or cheese sticks?
Cheesesteaks. She won't eat a cheesesteak. That's her problem.
Really, cheesesteak?
Yeah.
I prefer I want au jus sauce to dip in.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And it's usually a French dip, and I put mozzarella cheese instead of anything else they put on it. Otherwise, I get it with no cheese, and it's an amazing sandwich. Probably good for me. I get it.
Gino's in Philly. Oh God, hold on one sec. What do you want, Rogers?
There is a huge difference between liking cheesesteaks and them not liking you. You got this all wrong. I love cheesesteaks. I just can't eat them. They make me sick, unfortunately.
How do you know a cheesesteak doesn't like you? Are you actually talking to your food?
No. That's not what I meant by that.
Don't force it out of her. We're on live.
I have an issue with eating food because of my surgery. I cannot eat a cheesesteak. I love cheesesteaks.
Would you like me to, I have people that provide mental assistance. If you're talking to your food and your food is your food, Stacy, let me ask you seriously, Stacy.
Like
hold on, Stacy.
Sean Robbins, what's up, brother?
Are your tomatoes responding to you?
I walked into that, didn't I?
If you're getting an answer, then we need to sit down and help you.
I walked right into that.
Pretty much. That's what happens when you call me. I love you, Fozzie Bear. See you later.
Goodbye.
Stacy is amazing. She's an amazing person. Awesome member of this community.
A lot of all streams.
Yes. Welcome in, Sean Rogers, buddy. What's up? Is it bad that I'm picturing her in the corner talking to her food? Soundbite that you need, Pete, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sean Rogers tells pizza and pasta that he loves it all the time.
Yeah.
And I saw, look, Cody put in the chat, Steve just challenged me to a cheesesteak eating competition. Did you guys hear that? Like, to be honest, anything that I like, I will challenge you at anything that I like. And I already got Corey, I've challenged to the kitchen sink stream that he says is impossible to finish by yourself. I told him
it's not.
That's what I said. I said I can do it.
I'll challenge you with something that I love, and I guarantee you'll back out.
I said I gotta like it though.
See, that's the problem. I'll challenge you. I can guarantee you. I could take you out in deviled eggs, but you'll never eat them.
Deviled eggs is wrong. I tried one. It didn't. You'll trust me. That would not go well for anybody. Grim Grinning Tracy, welcome in.
That's just a bad competition in general.
Hey.
That's not good for anybody. NYC, welcome in. Oh my God, it looks like I chose the right time to walk in. So, look, nobody believed me in the Beverly Challenge. I even called Pete and I said, Pete, your odds are wrong. He moved me up to like third. Yep. I kept telling him, you don't understand. This is not even going to be close. And I tried to tell people that didn't want to listen to me before. They're all, you're nothing compared. Let me rephrase it. Don't take that the wrong way. Let me finish.
Wow.
Your banter, your confidence, your banter is nothing like the ripping I took for it during the Beverly preparation. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. You're not.
Who was doing that?
Everybody. They all put out these promos and everything. I still got mine if you guys want to watch it. But I came on very cool, calm, and collected. Had the best music, by the way, of anybody else. Came on nice, cool, calm, and collected. Did my thing. Said, look, it's over. You guys, I don't even know. They can all make they were crushing water bottles and pretending it was better. I'm like, I don't even need to do any of the theatrics or anything. I'm going to crush everybody in this competition. And I could have gone farther, which, by the way, the record, the world record for Beverly was 104 ounces. I drank 144 ounces.
Yes.
Like, wasn't even close to the absolute record of this thing. So, look, when I say, no offense, that I've eaten 22 McRibs in a sitting.
Oh, jeez, a whiz.
And he thinks he's going to beat me. I don't know. But his mom did tell me. His mom did tell me he can eat a lot of food.
I didn't think you were going to do the Beverly Challenge the way you did. You did exceptionally well. You could have gone further. And you cut out, and I give it. I still think one of the funniest things I did that whole night was having Meg lined up to call in and give Dave a penalty strike.
That was great.
It was party pre-planned.
Dave did better than I thought he would.
He did.
Katie Howe says The Rock told her that he's going to Florida and wants me to go to the Disney parks with him. No. If he invited me, I wouldn't go with him. Or maybe I'd go, and we'd have a conversation about how to improve his acting skills or lack thereof.
And he could have a conversation with you that I can buy whatever I want because he's highest paid actor in the world right now, Steve.
Oh, that's because he did. Yeah, do you know why he's the highest paid actor, Pete?
Well, he did
13 movies this year.
He's charismatic.
Place had only done 2. So
you may not like him, but you got to admit the guy does have talent because he's charismatic as hell, and he was incredible. He was incredible in the WWE.
You know, he didn't even write his own lines. Vince McMahon wrote them for him.
Well, no, that's not true either.
I got a documentary I watched about it.
I can tell you that they give direction on where they want it to be, and they give you a platform. But he did a lot of thinking on his own. So his acting could be better. I don't argue that at all. I liked him in Jumanji. I did like that movie, but I also like Kevin Hart. So I think that played a lot into it.
I like Kevin Hart. Oh, don't get me wrong. I like a lot of the movies The Rock are in, but not because of him. Because the other supporting actors are incredible, like Sean William Scott in The Runaway or The Rundown or whatever it's called, and the kids from the Earthquake movie. That the 2 kids that were in that movie were fantastic. The Rock and his counterpart wife were awful. But anyways, that's all aside.
Yep.
Yes, the McRib will be back very soon, December 2nd. It is circled on my nice calendar, nice and big. I know when it's coming back. Got lots of plans for it. But yeah, the Pebble can't touch Hulk. I thought you were going to tell me, and he can do whatever he wants because he's a lot bigger than me. And I was just going to say, well, I'll just Sean needs to come take care of the Rock for me.
Sean needs to call me because I've got Jake.
I'm on the Rock side.
Stories.
Brian, NASCAR fan 22. What's up, buddy? What'd you say, Cody?
I said I'm on the Rock side. If you're getting taken care of by the Rock, I'm backing the Rock.
Well, there you go. Sean, you need to call me because I actually have direct stories that I can tell you that I will not tell on this stream about Jake the Snake and the Junkyard Dog. I can tell, but the Jake the Snake, absolutely not. I know both of them. So
first off, Cody, that hurt right here, buddy.
Hey,
hurt right here.
I'm just trying to think logically.
Mm-hmm.
So,
who is my favorite WWE superstar? So, no joke. For a lot of times, it was The Rock's cousin, Roman Reigns. But Vince writes his lines too, according to the documentary. So, I like Roman. I hate Dwayne. I can't stand him whatsoever. Anyways, my favorite wrestler of all time is Jeff Hardy. So, and
you want me to call him? Would you like me to call him?
I know you know them. I've seen pictures.
I could call him right now.
Pete's brother is into wrestling, and Pete was in wrestling for a while. He's got a real championship belt, so Preston makes fun of mine. And yeah, he's he's got the connections. I've seen the pictures. So
I am friends with the Hardy Boys. They're both incredible people. And Lita took care of my daughter, my eldest, many a times. And we've got a lot of great friends there. And I have spent time with many of those. And the Junkyard Dog store, I'll tell you, it's very quick. It's a funny story. So when my brother first started out in the business, it was Junkyard Dog was toward the end of his career. And I had a buddy, Dave, who was kind of like Shep. He was always doing something ridiculous, right? Funny noises, funny voices. So the phone rang. This is before cell phones and everything. I'm 51. I was about 18 at the time. And 18, 19. Junkyard Dog calls the house. And I answer it. And I'm like, hello. And I hear on the other end of the line, this is JYD. I'm Dr. Dan. And I go, yeah, Dave, whatever. I got time for your blah, 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 BS. Click, hung up. Calls back.
you hung up on the Junkyard Dog?
Calls back. Dave, I don't have time for this blah, blah, blah tonight. I'm trying to do homework. Goodbye. My brother walks upstairs and says to my mom in the other room, I hear him, Mom, I'm waiting for the call from Junkyard Dog. His name's Sylvester. He's going to be doing one of our shows coming up. I'm waiting for the call. And I'm sitting in the other room going, oh, God. Junkyard Dog, who I love in the wrestling, just called the house, and I hung up on him twice. Thank God he called back.
Wow.
That's a true story. God rest his soul. Sylvester's long passed away, unfortunately.
I've been watching wrestling since I knew what it was. I had this little ridiculous backyard wrestling organization in my and involved my brother and a lot of his friends. We did it all. So I loved it.
The coolest thing, and Steve knows this, the coolest thing I ever did, my brother allowed me to be in a storyline one time for about 3 months. We did a thing where I was taking over the company because my dad had passed away. And it's pretty sad. It's wrestling business. My father passes away, and we use it part of the storyline. But to be in the ring with standing there as part of a faction fighting against my brother with Salvatore Sincere from the WWE and King Kong Bundy as my allies against my brother and Axel Rotten and Dancing Stevie Richards. It was just incredible. And the bad part of it was, as part of the storyline, this is a pretty cool story. So we're standing there one night. We had this huge battle and everything. We got 900 people in the building, and they're standing on their feet screaming, MCW, MCW, MCW. And I turned to my brother standing behind the curtain. I'm like, wow, what do you do now? And he grabs my shirt and he says, you take the chair and don't be a blank, 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 blank. Right? I swear. And he's dragging me out there to the thing, and he throws me up in the ring, gets up, throws me into the ropes, kicks me. I go down. I stand up, chair shot to the head, lean over, kind of wobbling, chair shot to the back. Spent 3 days crying to my wife about how much it hurt, because it hurt.
It does hurt.
But the greatest thing about it was at the payoff when the storyline finished. The greatest thing about it was I got to take a avalanche and a 5-star splash from King Kong Bundy. God rest his soul. Chris just passed away this past year. And but to lay there and look up and see Bundy coming down on you. Now, granted, it felt like a feather hit you in comparison, but it's 500 pounds up in the air above you. And it's just, and he gets up.
Nerve-wracking.
He was 5 feet in the air, but to take that and for my brother to give me that gift was amazing. The only wrestler I didn't get to meet that I would have liked, and he worked our show for Maryland Championship Wrestling. The last Piper's Pit he did was in my brother's wrestling ring.
Wow.
And he passed away 2 weeks after. He went up to see his daughters or somebody in his family. He passed away. But I didn't get to meet Piper because I was with my daughter at a softball tournament in Virginia or Carolina or something. And God, I wish I would have met Piper. I loved him. So sorry. Anyway,
You're fine.
Talking about wrestling.
Welcome in, Disney Up, Boiler Up. Katie Howe, yes, I do still watch. I haven't seen it in a couple months, but I do still watch it.
Jeff's under contract, but I don't know how long that is. So,
yeah. Yeah, but it's okay. And, I love Finn Balor as well. Finn's amazing.
I've never met Finn. I would have liked to have met Finn. I've got friends up there. I mean, several of the referees that are there right now. The one young lady referee, my brother trained her. She's a good friend. There's one of the African-American referees. His name is Derek. He's smaller and very thin and quick. Very good. The kid's incredibly talented. My brother trained him. Who else is up there that my brother trained right now? Joey Matthews was there for a while. He trained with my brother. My brother trained. If you watch NXT, the Velveteen Dream is a good friend of the family. Patrick is up there doing exceptionally well. So it's kind of cool. There's so many stories. Steve knows a bunch of them. I can pretty much say I'm one of the few guys that actually drove a van to a show with, looking to my right is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Behind me is the Honky Tonk Man and the Iron Sheik. And in the back, very back of the van, it was Moolah and Mae Young.
Oh, my gosh.
You talk about stories and fun. It was incredible. Incredible.
So, real quick, and then we'll move off for wrestling real quick. You asked me who my favorite diva is. Charlotte Flair.
What?
By far. Easily the best wrestling diva they've ever had. Next to Stephanie McMahon, who a lot of people don't know is an incredible wrestler. She's fantastic. Anyways,
very talented. I still go with Lita, but Charlotte's good.
Lita's good. Lita was one of my favorites back in the day. Charlotte's incredible.
She's got incredible charisma. What do you expect? She's got Ric Flair for a father. You better
exactly.
You know?
So I used to run. I was a president of a community center for my hometown, and a small town of 2,000 people. I brought in to the old elementary school into a gym that doesn't hold very many people. Ohio Valley Wrestling, which was was like a minor league club to the WWE.
Yes, it was.
And it was Dan something other ran it. What?
Well, it was run by a bunch of different people. Over time, it's changed around. Cornette ran it for a while.
Yeah, I didn't ever had him. I always dealt with Dan something other.
I'm not sure who that is.
Anyways, so, and he wrestled too. But in one show, when they get hurt and they get in rehab and they all go to in one show, I had Maven. I had Zach McGowan, the one-legged kid.
Nice.
I had Tyson Tomko.
Nice.
I had Kamala.
Oh, God rest his soul. It's a shame he went out.
I had I'm missing a couple, but the main event was Mark Henry and the Big Show.
Nice.
And I had all those people in one show, and I mean they performed for one person the same way they would perform for a packed house. We got as many people as the fire marshal would have let us in there, but
Mark's a good guy, and
just got lucky that all those people were on that list that day.
Paul, the Big Show, he actually came into my brother's school. We had a wrestling school years ago called Bone Breakers here in Maryland, where my brother, Dan, trained with his partners, trained a lot of people that have come up and gone through the WWE. That's how we got to know the Hardys and everybody. But Paul White came through as he was doing his thing. They're nice people. Mark Henry's as down to earth as you can get.
He was so funny. He would sit with us because, like, with me running I got to see him, got to help put the ring together and all that stuff, whatever I wanted to do, and just sitting and talking to him was the funniest thing I think I'd seen that whole entire time.
I got stories that I can share tonight. Just
Brock Lesnar. I had Brock in my gym.
Nice.
Same day. Before he became real big, he was just entering in. I had Brock in there, and sorry if you like him, as big of a jerk in person as he is on camera. So
absolutely. Well, and funny you say that because I went to one of the shows I went to. I got tickets from another wrestler. I'll leave their name out, but they texted me and said, "Hey, your tickets are at the front. You're in the third row." He's like, and it's like you're off. You're not on the hard camera side. He goes, but the greatest line in the note was, "They're Brock's tickets. Don't be an ass." Sorry, I swear to God, because he was like, Brock will, be, irritated if somebody acts stupid in his seats that he gave out because they were his allotted tickets. But great stories with all that through the years, and then, Ohio Valley. that is where everybody went back through and tried to go. Do you know how much there's a Kamala action figure? You aware of this? The whole thing with Kamala action figure. Mm-hmm. So when they made it years ago, it was made with the with the moon on his chest.
Yep.
Well, they made like 10 of them by accident with a star instead of a moon, and that action figure is worth like $200 now or something. It's ridiculous. Wow. It's ridiculous. So
I had all the Star Wars figures growing up. All of them. The AT-ATs, the Jabba the Hutt playset, the Sarlacc pit. I don't know. I like bit the heads off of them, and
oh my god,
I don't have any of them anymore. I don't know where they're at.
If you had just the core 5 or core 6 for Star Wars,
I used to have the Princess Leia in the bathing suit that I would chain to Jabba the Hutt's thing and never let her out. So, and I had Jabba there, and I had this little green, whatever they're called, the guard, whatever they are, the little guards.
Isn't that technically what you guys do to Stacy? Kind of,
No, she's nice. I like Stacy. Captain Akron, welcome in, buddy. If I didn't say hi to you earlier, welcome in. But anyways, so yeah.
You've seen pictures from my basement. I mean, I've got pictures in there of
I know.
Me with Yokozuna.
I want to visit that basement someday. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. I miss those guys.
Cody, what do you collect?
Nothing really.
Carrots.
I'm lame.
You're not lame.
Yeah, you're not.
You need a hobby. We got to get you something.
Yeah.
You collect pins. Do you collect Disney pins?
Nope.
Do you have any Disney pins whatsoever?
No, because I feel like if I said this on Meg's stream before, if I got one pin, it just like.
I remember you saying that. Yeah. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you your first pin in when I come down in a couple weeks.
No.
Hey, Cody, that's an honor because Steve has got Steve and Donna to me, along with Melly Mel.
Yeah.
Three incredible. Not that, no disrespect to anybody else. Meg does a good job. Everything, but Steve and Donna have over 6,000 pins or something.
That's nuts.
It's crazy. And Mel is. I mean, she knows more about pins than anybody I think I've ever met outside of our thing. So for Steve to do that's pretty.
I
cool.
even got some sitting around right here. So they're everywhere. And it is an addiction, but it's a good one.
So are the buttons. You need to get a Steve's World button when he comes down here.
I have those. Yeah. I've already got those packed too.
So. Nice.
But anyways, we need to get you collecting something, buddy.
Maybe. We'll see.
I collect Jim Shores. I love them. They're a little expensive.
Yeah, they are.
It's something that I've always loved.
I got one I was doing one of those loop giveaway things where you put where everybody's part of it, and I'm sorry, not a loop giveaway, the trading one. Like there's 20 people involved, and if it's like all about dog themed, you buy stuff for this other person's dog, they give you a name, and that's who you focus on. And anyways, I got one year, and they liked the Jim Shore stuff. I think it was Cinderella Loves Disney, I think is who I got. And I found one I thought was fantastic, and I sent it to her, and she already had it. So she was, but that's okay. Now I can display it over here in this room. And I was like, I thought I was doing so good with it, but I just wasn't.
We've got, I think, close to 60 total Jim Shores.
Oh,
but we've got like 22 or 23 at Christmas.
Dang it. I've done so well with no sound bites.
I almost said something right after. I don't even want to say it.
Did he find something?
What did I say? Go ahead, Cody.
I'm not saying it. Nope.
Don't worry, I've already got the sound bites on you.
What?
I said, I can't wait to visit that basement.
Yeah, send that to me.
When am I going down to Florida again? I am actually spending Thanksgiving in Florida with this guy. So
yep,
we're going to eat somewhere. But we're not sure where yet.
Please don't make it Wawa.
No, we're not doing that.
No, McDonald's.
Yeah, it's going to be McRibs. We're going to be trying to beg for the McRibs that aren't out yet.
Yep.
So we got several different options. And I know one we're probably going to at least wind up at in the evening. But I'm thinking about doing like a Thanksgiving lunch and a Thanksgiving dinner. So
seriously, might as well.
Nice.
But homecoming, Sean, exactly. That is the one I'm trying to think about doing lunch at. I heard they're doing some kind of Thanksgiving offering, but I don't even care if they are. Corey took me to homecoming, and that chicken is ridiculously good. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I will say this:
Oh,
one plate. Have you had it?
What
The
chicken?
chicken over at
See, I went to Homecoming a couple years ago. I forget what I got though. I don't think it was a chicken though.
Boathouse is another solid choice. I've never been to Boathouse yet, but
Boathouse is really good.
at Art Smith's is where the infamous double egg thing happened with Corey. Yes, Craig, that's the other one I was getting ready to say. So, well, that one, but that's not at Art Smith's though. So I went to Art Smith's and had just the regular boneless breasted chicken, and it was juicy and incredible. Then I turned around and I had Corey made me try collard greens and Brussels sprouts. We all know what happened to the deviled egg, the mac, and there was a bunch of stuff there. And I loved most of it. That chicken, though, was fantastic. But I went to the House of Blues for brunch, which they have on weekends. On this past trip, I was just there in October. And I went over to House of Blues, and they had chicken and donuts. I thought, I've heard of chicken and waffles. I've never heard of chicken and donuts. I tried it. The donuts were fantastic with candy bacon on them. The chicken rivaled Art Smith's chicken.
Really?
It was incredible. So I still think it might have been it rivaled it. I think Art Smith's might have been a little bit better, but it was on par with it. It was fantastic. So,
you know, in dry ice, cupcakes ship really well. I'm just letting you know. Just saying in general.
Oh yeah, from Sprinkles.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Sarah 4382, welcome in. Josh goes to Disney, welcome in. Chicken and donuts at Art Smith's. I didn't even know they had chicken and donuts at Art Smith's.
Best thing he's ever had at Disney. That's a bold statement.
Hey, no, I can understand that because
I know, what I'm saying is must be good.
I had the chicken and donuts at House of Blues, and it blew me away. It was just a yeast donut with glaze. So there's a place in Central Indiana called Long's Bakery that make the best donuts I've ever had. It was just like those. Triple A Sparkles, welcome in.
Hey, Trip, what's up?
I don't even know if I'm supposed to. I talked to her through. She's one of those I was talking to before she came into chat. I just call her Triple A Sparkles. I don't know if that's what she wants me to call her, but that's what I call her. So
I talked to her early tonight on direct message for a little bit.
So what are your guys' favorite Disney restaurants outside of take away the Thanksgiving aspect of it? Let's go with breakfast. What is your favorite breakfast, and what is your favorite restaurant to get? What's your favorite restaurant? What do you get there usually?
Go ahead, imitation Zip.
Honestly, another all-you-can-eat is Crystal Palace buffet.
Really?
Really?
For breakfast?
Yep.
I am all about going over to Animal Kingdom and doing Tusker House. I absolutely love Tusker House. I've gotten in so much trouble there because I would take a canister and just keep pouring that guava juice in it and take it out in the park, and they would get mad. I love Tusker House.
That's good. I like Kona too. Kona Cafe.
And so, and would you mention Crystal Palace? I've never eaten breakfast there, but they have a character dinner, which is pretty good. I've heard a lot about the Cali Grill brunch. I still haven't done that. I'm thinking about trying to get there soon. And Vogue 79, welcome in. Topolino's has an amazing breakfast. Heard that as well.
Yep.
Elena just got mine. It's Boma's. Boma's had for me as the best breakfast on property that I've had.
I've never ate breakfast there.
Oh, buddy, you're missing out.
Yeah, I've heard good things there too.
So all your typical out, not for breakfast, but like Crystal Palace, Chef Mickey's, 1900 Park Fair, they're all the same. All the same food, all the same kind of thing, everything's the same.
Yeah.
Boma's is different.
Really?
Boma's has different foods. It's themed differently. It's used a lot of African spice. It's incredible. Very incredible. And any place you can go in and get, number one, you get the jungle juice, which is fantastic. Then you get a bowl of bacon like this big, and you can just grab as much bacon as you want out of it. Yeah, it's amazing.
Nice.
Sounds good.
I've never had Topolino's for breakfast. I've heard it's fantastic.
Me neither.
I've been to Topolino's, but I've never eaten there.
Thank you, Mike.
You do what too? What does he do?
He sneaks guava juice out of Tusker House.
Yeah, that stuff's so good. Actually, Pete, we ate Tusker House.
We did
breakfast with you the last time we were there.
We did. It's a great memory, a great picture.
Yes.
Me and Preston and you and Shep and Dev.
Yep. And I still remember me and Shep sat on this side. Well, of course, Me and
Yep.
Chuck sat on this from my perspective. You
Yeah.
and Dev, you were over there. Dev was over there, and Preston was in the middle. Actually, I think Preston came over and sat with us for
Yeah.
once. But
A good time. That's a great. I still have that picture. That's a great picture. The only thing bad was the sun was so bright that day. It was a little tough on the picture, but that was a good time. It was a great breakfast.
and Stacy brings up a good point. She's only eaten one place on property for breakfast, and there's a good point for that because two reasons. Number one, I don't eat breakfast, so that's number one.
Yep.
I'm learning. This guy's trying to teach.
Yep.
Number two, I buy toasters so that I don't have to eat breakfast on property because
There we go. There we go.
if you go to Walmart, it used to be $5. Now it's like $9.88 or something like that. You go to Walmart when you get there. You arrive on Disney. You go to the store in Walmart. You get your cases of water that you need. All the stuff you need, your snacks and everything. You buy a $10 toaster. You buy bagels and some butter, and you buy Pop-Tarts, maybe an English muffin if you're feeling froggy. And then you go take it back to the hotel, and you have breakfast for the entire week where you don't have to spend $50 for a breakfast at Disney World.
Yeah. Yeah.
I spend $20 and I have it for the entire week. And then the toaster, you let the maids have it because they love it. And I sign it now. I'm going to start signing my toasters as I leave them in there.
What do you sign
You
it?
got to send me a picture or a video of that next time. I want
You
that.
should write follow Zippity Doodad or subscribe.
That's even better.
But yeah, so that's what I do for my breakfast. I don't generally eat breakfast on property.
Yeah.
If I do, I also like all the little value resort places too, like Pop Century and the All Stars. Those little nice cubbies up there, they're all typically the same. But you walk in, you got 5 different options to choose from. Usually, 5 different kind of themed places, and it's not bad. So, loving Disney World, $5. Steve's admission to the basement. #soundbite. Thanks, buddy. But oh man, yeah, that's gonna be a bad one for me. That's gonna be a thank you, buddy.
It's not like somebody's going to get it and use it all the time.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. But he's got the I'm Pretty one. That's the one that is gonna haunt me forever. Because it was bad. It was Cody. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah. Yeah. You guys showed that to me one of the last streams.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're still here, so that's good news. So.
I remember when Preston showed that to me. I was I was like a day or two out of the coma, and I was still in bad shape at that time because they were giving me Percocets and Soma and everything else. I was loopy as hell, and I remember him showing me. And according to what I was told, I said something to the effect of, I go into a coma for 30 days and people get delusions of grandeur. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
It was pretty scary, but it was good, though.
Mike at NYC wants to know, Cody, did you purposely do today's video for me?
Yes, Mike. I literally, the first thought was like, yep, this is for Steve pretty much.
And he told me that ahead of time. So that was kind of funny. Am I going to hang out with Corey and Dale when I'm in Florida? I will be hanging out with them some. Not or later in the weekend, probably, because I'm sure they're gonna be with their families, and I'll be with this dude. So I'm sure my clubs are going with me, so I know I'll be golfing with them at the very least. So, but then what do you guys like for? Is there a difference between dinner and lunch for you, other than the fact that lunch is cheaper? The only one that was a big difference at the time was Be Our Guest restaurant, because lunch was completely different than dinner for a long time. It was you could get a steak sandwich there with au jus, and you could get some other things. You could get no, that was at dinner. You couldn't get some other good things. Then at dinner, it transformed into steak, pork chops, and some better meals. But pretty much now everything is almost, I think, for the most part, the same for lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
So where do you guys like to eat? What are some of your go-to restaurants?
Good, Cody. You can go first.
I don't know. We usually
real quick. Stacy just posted Cody's channel there, guys. Make sure you head over to see that. It's called Strive to Do Better.
Yep. We usually don't really do lunch reservations. We usually just get quick service, so I don't really have a specific. I'm usually hungry either way. I'll eat whatever park we're in. We'll hit something.
For me, if I had to pick one place for lunch, I love Casey's and getting hot
Really?
dog.
Really?
I do. I'm not a big hot dog person. I'm not a hot dog person when I go to like New York and you get them out of one of the New York vendor stands or something like that. But I love Casey's. If I'm going to do lunch, we kind of plan around that. But my dinner go-to place that I absolutely love every time I go down there, I love Tapanito. I just, sitting there.
The hibachi?
Yeah, doing hibachi, talking with the family, watching them do all the things they do. I mean, there's so many great restaurants, but I just, we all have a plan. I mean, we have one for each location. The Thanksgiving dinner over at Liberty Tree is our place at the Kingdom. Tapanito at Epcot. When we go over to Animal Kingdom, we usually just do the breakfast with Tusker House, and then at Hollywood, I absolutely love going to get Italian dinner over at Mama Melrose. But I will add this in: going over to Italy in Epcot is just, it's to die for. China is incredible. Mexico is incredible. You can really find. You can eat all day at Epcot. Just eat yourself to the point where you
absolutely.
Yep.
So
that's about a festival.
I guess we could have broken this up between quick service and full service, because quick service, I absolutely love Satuli Canteen. I think it's the best quick service property.
Yes.
And I saw Craig put in there Contempo Cafe. Is that the one in Grand Riviera? The quick service in the bottom of Grand Riviera? If it is, that is my other place. I couldn't remember what the name of it is. They have the best sausage and pepperoni flatbread I've ever had. The sausage is like full sausage. It's like sliced full sausage. No, Contempo. Where's Contempo at? Oh, in the Contemporary. Okay. So the one in the Grand Riviera at the bottom of it. I've never been to Contempo, but the one in the Grand Riviera is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best quick services. And then the other one I like is the Pinocchio Village House in Magic Kingdom because of the flatbread as well. Oh, they have a barbecue chicken flatbread. You're staying. Oh, Sean, you're going to be at the Riviera.
13 days. Nice.
So since he told people, I'll also be hanging out with Sean Rogers too. So I didn't know if he wanted people to know when he was going, but he just said he is. So I'll be hanging out with Sean as well. So.
I like Flame Tree Barbecue too.
Flame Tree is, in my opinion, the second best.
Yep.
On property. It's fantastic.
So good.
Nice, buddy. That's crazy. So then those are some good ones. We have a place here called Sarku Japan, which is like a teriyaki chicken type thing, but I don't really care too much for teriyaki, but this stuff's fantastic. So I try to find it everywhere I go. So I go to the Japanese pavilion out there, or is it the Chinese? Which one is it? One of them has teriyaki chicken.
Japanese had it.
Japanese place then. And you go up. Yeah, you're right, because China's the third one on the left. So, yeah, going up to Japan, off there to the left, when you go up those stairs to where the koi pond is, you go in that building there. They have a little bit of a teriyaki chicken. It's not as good as what I like, but it's fantastic. You're going to be there in 18 days. What is 18 days from now? What is today? The Saturday. Well, technically Saturday.
Oh yeah.
I'll be gone already. Sorry, buddy. But
Craig, I'm just saying you should know. Be safe going down there. And cupcakes do. They fly home. I'm just letting. I'm saying. Just throwing it out there.
So I'm coming down basically for Thanksgiving, and I'll be leaving Sunday night. But I will be going back around Christmas time for about 10 days. So
nice.
Yep.
Hey, you gotta let me know when, because I got a reservation in there like middle of December towards holiday.
We'll talk off stream. I try not to get my plans out too early.
No, I know.
I don't care about it, but yeah. I try not to do it on stream in case somebody watches a replay, and then
definitely
we just try to be as protective as possible. But when I'm down there, though, that's McRib time. So it's going to be McRib season. I'll be down there for 10 days.
I wish I could go there and just do the play-by-play.
Possibly looking for houses while I'm there. Who knows? It's going to be there's a 10-day trip. We'll see what happens. And, yeah, Sean will be stalking me and Corey. So, and I can't remember. Well, I don't want to disclose anything, but yeah, I'll be hanging out with Sean some too. So, but there's also a for dinner purposes. There are some incredible table service restaurants, and well, I'll let you guys go first. What is your? Have you eaten? Do you eat a lot of table service restaurants on property? Have you eaten a lot of a variety?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Put me on the spot.
Pete, what's your favorite? Let Cody think.
Yeah.
God. Boma, probably.
Really? Yep.
You had Boma's buffet? Yep. Again, a buffet that's completely different from any other buffet on property, and it's fantastic. Yep. I do love Boma's buffet. My favorite, if I get to choose anywhere I've been, and again, I haven't eaten at Victoria and Albert's or anything like that, but Les Cellier is mine. Dole Whip Dad Jeff, have a great night, buddy. Great stream, by the way, earlier.
He's the map.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
He is the
map.
Was that Dora or Diego?
That would be the map actually saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, which cartoon was that from?
From Dora.
From Dora. Okay. Blue Nose 352. What's up, brother? Thank you for being here. But so for me, it's easily Les Cellier, and it's the filet inside there. One of the best steaks I've ever had. I thought it was pretty incredible.
Food and Wine, they bring out those samples of the filet.
I'm not a huge fan of that. It's not the same.
No,
it's not the same as the filet I have.
But it's good. It's so good.
It's a good snack.
It is, but it makes you want to go in and sit down and have a steak. It's
unbelievable. The minute you get in there, it's really dim in there. Like I could turn off every light I have in here. My computer monitor would put off more light than they have in there. But you have amazing bread, everything from start to finish. I've been there. I can't even tell you how many times. It's an absolutely incredible atmosphere. The food is always fantastic. Never had a bad meal there. There's a handful. I say a handful. It's probably a larger handful of places I've never eaten on property. But I bet I've eaten at least 75 to 80% of the restaurants there.
You talk about that. I wonder how tough it would be to get around in my chair.
Sean, I have eaten at Chef de France and had that. So what'd you say, Pete? I'm sorry.
I was just thinking about Les Cellier and how tight it was from the last time I ate there.
They can accommodate a little bit better.
I hope so. God, because I would hate not to be able to go there.
Especially now, times when everything's kind of distanced and all that. So,
Sean,
I did have the steak at Chef de France. It was really good. I still prefer the filet over at Canada, but I absolutely love creme brulee, and it's one of my favorite desserts. And they had the best creme brulee I've ever had. And wow. I mean, I like it so much. I've even got a set to make it, and I've got the cups and everything, and the torch and all that. And it was by far the best creme brulee I've ever had at that Chef de France.
Nice.
So, but again, I mean, there's so many different unique experiences. Coral Reef Cafe, which a lot of people don't ever go to. Tina, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Is fantastic. I love Via Napoli. I think it's the best pizza on property.
It is the best pizza.
It's so good. So good.
Where's there a wild boar appetizer? Where am I missing this?
Wild boar.
Is that it? Is that at the? That's at Les Cellier.
Is it really? I missed that, Craig. I can't believe I missed that. That sounds fantastic.
I think it's where it's at. It's either there or Jungle Skippers, but I think it's
Chico's.
Oh, Chico's.
Yeah,
I've never eaten there. I got to check that place out.
Oh, it's in Chico's. I thought it was. They have something weird like that at Les Cellier too.
Have you ever tried wild boar?
Les Cellier too.
Have either of you ever tried it? I mean, it's phenomenal.
I've never been to Chico's.
I've never eaten there. We've killed some pigs up in Pennsylvania, our property, and had them. They're good.
I've eaten bread service at Sanaa.
Oh,
which is incredible. I was supposed to eat it in August and wasn't feeling real good, so I gave up my spot to Richard Arjons because he wanted to go too, and so I let him go my place. But I had it with Corey and Dale in whatever it was. I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was fantastic. I even tried all the sauces and everything. It was really good.
Sean says I've only had domesticated boar.
Trust me, the wild ones have a ting, and it's good, man. It's
and here's the thing. Look, somebody mentioned earlier, I think it was Mike, I could be wrong, about not bringing up the word super taster. Because this has become this thing over the last few weeks since Udalali Lane told me about it. I looked it up. 25% of the population are considered super tasters. They are normally, you're going to be your picky eaters, which is what I am. And when I read about it, everything sounds to me to a T like what I have. I always told people I always have an overheightened sense of taste. And like, so those nasty or bitter things in food, I can easily tell them. I mean, like my parents used to take deer meat and ground it up in spaghetti and put it in and I could take one bite and not eat any more of it because I could tell how bad it was.
they didn't salt it then, Steve. That's the problem.
Well, I don't like gamey. I salt everything. Fix that. I salt everything, but I don't like gamey meat. I don't like it off the bone. Like if it's cooked with the bone and everything in it, I generally don't like it.
Really?
I can't eat seafood. It makes me sick. And it's really weird. I can taste all those different things. And I know people say it's nuts. I can taste the different taste in bottles of water. And it has a flavor. It's all the minerals inside of it.
Some of them do, yeah.
And I can taste the difference between bottles of water. And people think I'm nuts. But then I always just said, hey, look, I have an overheightened sense of taste. I didn't know what it was. Somebody threw out this article about super taster. I started reading. I was like, that might be what it is. It might really be what it is. And so I'm trying to learn new stuff because there are some things I just like, hey, I just don't want that. But I've been trying them. It's good. But
right.
I can really taste the difference between a lot of different things. Ketchups, especially, I'm good with. Most of the other ones are terrible. I can't stand Red Gold. It's made here in Indiana. I can't stand what's the other one that's
Which one do you like, Heinz?
I love Heinz.
Thank God.
But Hunt's and Red Gold are absolutely nasty to me.
I'm with you there. I'm 100%. It has to be Heinz or I don't even want ketchup. That's just the way I love ketchup. Don't get me wrong.
You forgive me, Mike. Thanks, buddy. So anyways, I've been to Sanaa. I've been to Boma. I've never been to Jico House. Some of the ones around the country. I've eaten nice, Chris. Thank you. I'm glad somebody understands. I've been to Be Our Guest when it was good. They've changed it to a prefix menu, which I am not a fan of. And it's overpriced. It's like $62 now.
Crazy.
So, I hate mayonnaise, all of it, Tina. All of mayonnaise and all of mustard. Even
hey. Are we picking on my helmets?
I do not like aiolis, which are, there's like garlic flavor to aioli. Like I can make them for other people. They say they taste good. I think they're all. And any kind of mustard or mustard-based barbecue sauce is a no-no.
Craig just sent me the picture. I hope I can do it with my hand because my wrist is a little weak right now. I don't know if I can get a good look at that right there. Can you see it?
Is that the
I'm going the wrong way. Hold on.
Is that the boar?
That's the wild boar.
That's an appetizer?
That looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
That is I don't know. I would try it. I got this deal with Corey. Well, anything he makes you try, I'll try as long as it's not seafood.
You're a super taster. You have to try it.
I can see that.
Maybe you want.
I can see what you're saying with the taste because I know after I came out of my medical thing when I was in that coma for a long time, my hearing, I pick up the littlest things now that I never ever picked up before. So maybe
there's a super taster quiz. Let's see what it says.
Okay, let's see how you do.
Well, first off, here's the definition of a super.
They're gonna be like, nope, he's just a picky eater.
A super taster is a person who tastes certain flavors and foods more strongly than other people. The human tongue is wrapped into taste buds. The small mushroom-shaped bumps covered. I don't care about that. Some people have more of these taste buds and receptors so their perception of flavor is stronger than the average person. They are known as super tasters. Super tasters are particularly sensitive to bitter flavors such as broccoli, yuck, spinach, yuck, and coffee, yuck.
You don't like all three of them?
I hate coffee. I've tried it with cream, sugar, milk, every possible way, every flavor that I could possibly try it. Cannot stand coffee.
Okay.
So anyways, that's what a super taster is. Super tasters are born with this ability. It's about 25% of the population qualify as super tasters. Women are more likely to be super tasty than men.
That
No comments.
explains
No
it.
comments.
That explains
None.
it.
It says scientists believe that most super tasters have the gene TAS2R38, which increases bitterness perception. The gene makes super tasters sensitive to bitter flavors in all foods and drinks. People with this gene are particularly sensitive to a chemical called 6N-propylthiouracil prop. So whatever it is. So it's a real thing. It's a real thing. The largest group of people, like apparently you guys, are just average people. You don't have a super taste like I do. Yes, Chris, I'm being 100% serious. So then if you go from there to the quiz, what kind of super taster are you, or what kind of taster are you? Do you?
I feel like they just made all this stuff up. Like a bunch of like picky eaters got together and were like, you know what? We gotta make it seem like we're more important than everybody else. So we're gonna create this super tasting thing.
So we're gonna take this quiz for you, Cody.
Okay.
No,
it's you.
We're both gonna take it side by side. I'm gonna put two of them up. We're gonna take it. Super taster quiz. All right, so that was the wrong one. There it is. Okay. What best describes you? I eat to live, or I live to eat?
I eat to live.
So that means you only eat when it's necessary. Okay. What is your preference when it comes to chocolate? The darker, the better. Dark, but not extreme. I've never met a chocolate I didn't like. I prefer milk chocolate only, or white chocolate.
Darker the better.
Okay. How do you drink your coffee? Give it to me black and strong, espresso, French roast, you name it. I drink my brewed coffee. I drink my brewed coffee black. I add a small amount of milk, cream, or sugar. I add a good amount of milk, cream, or sugar. It has to be flavored or creamy. I don't drink coffee because I don't like the taste. I don't drink coffee for health or religious reasons. I don't drink coffee, but I drink tea.
Black and strong.
Okay.
That's a simple.
There's only there's like 5 more. How do you drink your tea?
I don't drink tea.
Okay, that makes that one easy. But you drink coffee, right?
Yep.
I don't drink tea because I don't like the taste, or I don't drink tea because I drink coffee. That's what you like, right?
Yeah, sure. I don't like the taste either, but it doesn't matter.
I like English. Look at that. English or Irish breakfast tea. That's what I drink. How do high intensity sweeteners such as stevia, Splenda equal sweet and low, blah, blah, blah taste to you? They taste fine to me. I don't know. I've never tried them. Extreme sweetness with a bitter aftertaste. I don't use them at all. Extreme sweetness and bitter aftertaste, but I use them to save calories. They taste fine. They taste different than sugar, but I've learned to like them, or they taste different, but I've learned to put up with the taste.
I don't use them.
So you don't use them at all. In me, there we go. How do you feel about vegetables? Love them, all types. I eat them, but there are a few types I don't like. I eat them, but only because I know they're good for me. I really don't enjoy them, or I hate them, all types.
I eat some of them, but probably the one that's like I don't enjoy them.
Okay. What type of wine do you prefer on its own, assuming you're not trying to pair it with particular food? I don't drink wine because I don't like the flavor. I don't drink wine for health or religious reasons. I like sweet wines such as Riesling, Moscato, or Prosecco. You like that? Prosecco?
No, I was just, no, I don't drink wine.
Oh, you don't drink wine?
I don't like the taste.
Okay.
Sean's ahead of us. He just
ahead of us. Oh, it says I'm officially a super taster. See, it happens. When you were a child, and Sean eats a lot like I do. When you were a child, did you suffer any significant ear infections? Yes, no, or I don't know.
No. How long is this thing?
It's got 2 more questions. When your mother was pregnant with you, did she suffer from morning sickness? Yes, no, I don't know.
I don't know.
You should follow. In order for this test to be right, we should call her.
So for you, congratulations. You are officially declared a taster. That means you fall somewhere in the middle of the bell curve.
I am average.
You are average. Congratulations, I'm declared a super taster.
I feel like he's just making all this up. He's got like a blank computer.
You think what?
You're making all this up.
Sean took the quiz. He's seen it.
You're like you're texting Sean before the stream. You're like, hey,
oh my gosh. Anyways, it's a real thing. What are we doing, Andy Cook? I don't know. Welcome in.
Steve's just trying to prove that he's superior in terms of tasting food.
Yes, we're finding out that Steve is a super taster, according to this. Corey thinks I'm making up a bunch of crap when I tell him that's the reason why I don't like it. He goes, how do you not like that?
We're going to get you a little sticker that says, I'm a super taster.
Thanks,
so
buddy.
when you go to the restaurants, people will be like, wow, this guy is serious.
Back off.
We're going to have to chat later. I do want stickers, actually. Can you make me some? I'll take it. I'll wear it proudly right there. I'm a super taster. Yes, tasters unite.
Yes.
Average people.
Average.
It is on a ton of sites, yeah. So Steve's definition lines up exactly to describe me. So I agree with Sean.
All right.
So Cody wants to move on from this subject. So we are going. So again, what are your favorite restaurants to eat at?
I'm with Pete on this one. Boma for sure.
Boma is good. I like Boma. I think it's fantastic.
Yep.
They have two meats on there. One is a beef, and the other one I believe is a turkey. And they're seasoned. Like I like spicy foods, and they are seasoned perfectly. And they're fantastic. The two meats that are on the Boma's buffet. So,
yep.
Food.
Boma's good.
What did you eat today, Cody, from start to finish?
The usual.
6
Ground
eggs?
beef. 6 eggs. I have a bagel with peanut butter.
That's breakfast.
Pretty much. Yep.
What was lunch and dinner?
Ground beef and rice. I told you I'm simple.
Yeah, it is simple.
I'm lazy when it comes to cooking. I prep my food.
I love to cook. That's my
ready to go.
Pete, what'd you have for food today?
What did we have for food today? Oh, Cody would not be happy.
Yeah.
He said already he didn't drink any soda. He was eating all the vegetables, but
yeah, you saw it.
We're gonna find out what the truth is.
Who, me?
No, from Pete.
Oh.
Yeah, I eat healthy all day long.
There it is.
I had chicken salad for breakfast. Chicken salad sandwich for breakfast.
Chicken salad for breakfast.
Yeah. And, I didn't do lunch because I was at the doctor's most of the day, most of the afternoon. And then I came home here and I had Wendy's. So, wasn't the best, but it was quick and easy for everything we had going. And I had the stream coming up and just wanted to eat. So
me, no breakfast. I don't eat breakfast. I wouldn't have eaten lunch. I would have had my protein shake had it not been Friday. We go out to eat at lunch with the group of us. Go out to eat lunch on Fridays. There's a New York strip steak special. I had the New York strip steak with mashed potatoes, a small helping of mashed potatoes, and what was it? A side salad, a little bitty side salad. For supper, I had a scoop of peanut butter, and that's all I was going to have. And I thought I better eat something more than that. So I made myself a little salad with just lettuce, cucumbers, and McCormick seasoning that goes on the top. That's what I've had to eat today. Along with a bottle of water and this glass of chocolate milk.
One bottle of water?
Yeah, I've had this bottle of water. That's it so far. I know. Dude, look, we haven't started yet. Give me time. I had glasses of water at lunch. So I'm good there. And then I had chocolate milk, which is very, very refreshing and rehydrating.
All this talk's making me hungry. I'm going to get my daughter up to fix something to eat.
I'm telling the fitness guy to look something up about fitness. Chicken salad does go great on a toasted bagel. I love bagels, but it's bread. I try to stay away from the bread. Is that at a Sizzler? No, it was at I can't remember. Someplace in Indianapolis. It was called Murphy's, maybe. something like that. So I don't know if it's a chain or not. It's something called Murphy's, I think. And right outside of that, there was a Jamaican restaurant that I thought about going into, and then I thought, not really that adventurous yet. We'll hold on off on that.
You're a super taster. You have to take your time with that.
I do. You got to baby steps. You're lucky that I can't. Like you would snap me in half if we try to wrestle, but I can threaten a lot of other people and tell them they're lucky I like them. You scare me. Yeah. So, anyways, I love food. I love to cook. I've told a lot of people. I don't think you were around when I used to tell people, but I almost went to culinary school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I love all the art and science to it. It's fantastic what I like to do. So, yeah, love to grill, love to bake, love to do all of it. Pre-mixed or Nestle's Quick Powder for your chocolate milk, Hershey syrup and Nestle's Quick Powder, depending on what kind of mood I'm in.
That's a double shot chocolate.
That's very chocolate.
I'll mix them together. I use either Hershey syrup or.
Do they have like a special Hershey's like super tasting syrup? Or
Yes, I do. You're not gonna let this go, are you?
no?
That's okay. Steve, peanut butter and salad. I had peanut butter on a spoon. I ate it. Was thinking about that being my dinner. And I thought, I want salad too. I need those vegetables. But not the bitter ones, because super taster. But I like the salad. And that was all I had. That's all I had to eat. I'm trying to lose weight. So
give me a salad, hold everything.
If I'm on my diet that's not as good, like this guy's going to show me how to do it right. But if it's when I do my diet that I lose weight on, it's not the right way. It's not healthy to do it. I literally get up. I don't eat or drink anything till lunch. I do a protein shake. Hold on, one protein shake at lunch. Do not eat or drink anything else till I get home. I have a salad and I drink water the rest of the night. That's what I usually do, and I will lose a lot of weight, but not healthy for me because I wake up with cramps in my legs every day.
That's the worst.
Oh, speaking of that, I got through the whole entire day today forgetting it was Friday the 13th.
I didn't realize it either.
I knew it was November 13th, but I didn't pay attention it was a Friday.
Right.
What is your best Friday the 13th movie? I hate old school scary movies.
He's a super movie watcher. So
That's pretty good.
This isn't gonna ever end. So yeah, I know, Sean. This is the problem is I've asked him for help getting me back to be healthy, and then he challenges me to a McRib competition. So I'm gonna do it though, because I'm not gonna let him just run all over me with him.
Is that Dale approved?
Dale did not approve it. Matter of fact, he forbid it. And I said, listen, there's this young kid that thinks he can come into our community, run all over me. He's younger than I am, so I'm going to call him a kid, but he's not a kid. But anyways, said he thinks he can run all over me, and I got a belt to prove that I can eat or drink things better than people.
So it was a talk between you and Dale.
Other Sean.
And this young punk needs to be put in his place, and I'm going to take care of it with a McRib.
Yeah. I asked, which we can't. We got to eat the bread too. If it was just the patties, I could probably eat 100 of them, but that bread fills you up.
Wow.
Well, I mean, if you do the math, if I can eat 22 McRibs with buns,
it's just the thought of that number.
Take all those buns away, I can eat probably 100 patties pretty easily. So,
good gravy.
There's a hashtag super everything.
Super Steve.
That's great, Mike.
Yeah, Mickey Sightings. This guy challenged me to a McRib competition, and he doesn't know what he's in for.
I'm good. I'm ready.
And I know you may not know this guy. His name's Cody. Strive to do better. Guy's a fitness guru, and in like the best shape of his life, in anybody's life, and he thinks he can eat. Which his mom did tell me he could eat a lot though. So I am a little bit. There's this much of me. No, wait a minute, smaller. There's this much of me that thinks he might come close. Not beat me. Come close. So
he's got.
I don't know who's the more confident one.
He's got the determination when it comes to eating of Corey Meets World and the body of he'll be good to go.
Corey can pack food away, a lot of food away.
Yes, he can. You remember that night we were at the ale house and I looked over and Corey had a pile of chicken bones in front of him. It looked like he ate like 7 chickens.
So, Corey and I have our go-to spots every time I go out of Florida, and they're the places where you can get a lot of food for a little bit of money. So, because we like to eat, and he's one that scared me. Like when I actually challenged him to the kitchen sink, I was almost thinking that he might get it. And then I was like, because some people have sensitivity to cold and things like that. I told him it's not a speed competition, but that one has to be a speed competition. So you can't just both like take one bite at a time. You gotta finish yours before the other guy finishes his. And then when he told me, he said, "Jonathan Chong, what's up, buddy?" Then he would turn around and said, "Look, there's no way any one person can finish the kitchen sink." I was like, "Oh, never mind. You're not a competitor." So I didn't. For just a split second, I worried about him.
Craig's comment: I'm picturing Superman with Steve's head and holding a fork and knife, the newest Marvel hero, the Super Taster.
Oh, Chris,
the Super Taster.
Dad builds, if you're still in here, that'll happen.
I came within just a little bit of completing that task about 10 years ago. I took on the sink by myself and just missed it. Now, I can't do it now. Everything's changed on me, but
I fully could do it myself.
Yeah. Yep.
I actually don't think that one's that hard.
No.
To be honest. So, and Katie asked if me and Corey had a eating contest, who would win. It would depend on what it was. Corey is deceptively able to eat a lot of food, but he's a foodie, and that's what he does. He eats a lot of food. But depending on the type of food, if it's something I really enjoy and that doesn't like upset or whatever, I can eat more than Corey can eat. But
you can eat more than everybody, according to you.
Not more than everybody, just more than you and Corey. So why do you? I got another guy. That's all right. Like this is exactly what it was like during the Beverly Challenge. People were making comments. I kept laughing because I was like, these people just don't understand. And then what happened, Pete?
You came there with determination like a tractor rolling through the woods.
Nobody was even close to me in that competition.
I will say, I got to give props. I still think the funniest daggone thing was Corey and Dev having a pact to get to 10. And then we're done. We're out of here. Went and sat down on the floor.
The rest of the day. 40 ounces is all they did.
How many people were in the bathroom? You had like 5 at one point.
It was a lot. So I actually have a Steve's head ready to go.
There you go.
That's crazy.
I remember I said to Jenna.
Oh, I love cookies too.
I said to Jenna because I had the mic and she had the camera. I was like, "Let's go to the bathroom. We need to get footage." And she looked at me off camera with that Jenna face and said, "Absolutely not." So I was like, "Okay, we're not going to the bathroom." So.
No, Dana did not. It was Dana's dad, John. Dana did not participate in it. He was younger and touring the galaxy is the same channel. Dana and John, but it was John that actually finished second. John finished at 100 ounces. I finished at 144. Like I could have stopped. Like in comparison, we were drinking 4-ounce cups. John stopped at 25. I finished at 35. So 36. 36. I'm sorry, 36.
Yep. Kept going. You know, the interesting thing, if you go back and watch that, and Cody, you'll find this as you start to, you're becoming more visible in the community and you're going to meet a lot of people, and there's a lot of great people in this community. It's why we do like the awards things that we do and the other recognitions and stuff that Steve and other channels do. But what the cool thing is now, when I go back and watch footage from the Beverly, whether it's on Josh's stream or I used a lot of it for the opening of my channel, how many people were there that at that point I didn't know that I do now?
Yeah.
It's incredible. When you sit there and watch it, I'm like, oh my God, there's that, and you just didn't realize it.
Well, the whole point of it too was raising money for Give Kids the World. We raised like $12,000, something like $11,000 for them during that. So it was fantastic. It was worth it. I'll hurt myself to help those people out. So
I know people with security didn't kick us out or anything. You had I forget who went up there with me and talked to security. Somebody else. It was
I know Shep and I both talked to them prior. Shep may have gone with you. So when everything happened, we were doing our thing. Then security came out. So I put Josh from Resort TV One, like he's like got stiff, turned around, and just was gone. He didn't want to be there if they were coming out to kick us out or anything, but they were coming out to talk to us. Me and somebody else intercepted them, and I said, "Hey, look, we're raising money for Give Kids a Whirl. I've talked to everybody possible, managers, everything." He's no. He said, "My personal record's 22. I just want to make sure that you guys keep it down." And he was nice about it.
And keep the hallway open. That's what we had to do.
Because so many people kept gathering around for this thing. It was crazy. I looked up at one time and I saw cameras in a big circle. It looked like the paparazzi.
That's
just
crazy.
filming us.
There was easily in that little corridor there where we were, which was by the old place where the Coke store was there. There was easily 100 to 125 people there.
Yep, at least.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And people weren't even part of our community stopped to keep seeing what we were doing. One guy walked over and just handed us.
Remember that?
What's that?
Remember the guy that nobody knew just walked in and grabbed a drink and started drinking?
One of the guys was drunk and he just walked by and grabbed a drink. And then Pete made a comment, said, "Look, if you want to participate, you got to do something." I can't remember. And he donated whatever he had.
Yeah, I told him, "Give me money." He's like, "I don't got it." I was like, "You got to beat it, buddy."
Yeah, so he left. But another person walked by and said, What is this for? And we said, "Give Kids the World. We're raising money for them." He didn't. He said, "I don't even know what it is, but here you go. Here, he gives $20."
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
World. So, that area does not exist anymore.
I'm hoping that when they have like the new Epcot like reimagined, all done, that they bring it back.
I'm hoping they do too.
Zip was doing really well, and then the minute Meg called live on the phone, he was done.
Look, I don't think anybody will ever. I could be wrong. I don't think anybody will ever drink as much as I did. How sick? So I felt great, except for two things, Katie. Let me explain. This is the reason why I stopped. When I got to 25 and John was at 25, and he was hurting, I literally, you can go back and watch the video on Resort TV on stream. I'm just standing there. It was not affecting me whatsoever. I actually like the taste of Beverly, even though it's really weird. It's made from grapefruit rind. But so when I was sitting there drinking it, I get to 25 and he goes, How much longer can you go? And I said, "I'm fantastic." And he goes, "Are you sure?"
I'm fantastic.
And I started doing jumping jacks in front of him.
Yes.
That takes all that carbonation and goes, it starts shaking it up. And I instantly felt the pressure in my chest cavity and my stomach. And I was like, "Oh, this isn't going to be good now." So I didn't want to let him know that, though. He gave up and handed me the belt. And I was like, "Okay, that's awesome." But I could have stopped. But I said, no. I was one drink. He didn't know that we were only one away from the other record. But I said, I want to do one, at least I want to keep going. So I took another drink, another one. I got all the way up to
35.
I did 36. So I got to 32 and I said, "This is taking too long." And then I went 34, 33, 34, 35, just chugged all three of them right in a row. Second mistakes. Don't do that. You got to give them that gap in between them. I started feeling real queasy. I was getting ready to take one more, and I started getting queasy. I put it back down on the counter, and Pete goes, "Oh no, let's get everybody in here for one more with me." I let them all drink it, and I was sitting there going, "I'm never gonna get this down," because I had made the jumping jacks and the chugging. And finally, after they were all done, I picked it up off the table, drank it, turned the cup over, and then I was done. And then people started coming up to me, hugging me. I was like, "Please don't touch me." I said, "It's not going to be good." It was bad. It was
real quick.
Yeah.
Tina said, "Wait, you don't drink coffee, but you like Beverly?" Yes, because Steve is a super taster.
That's right.
And that's how it goes.
That's right.
So, Annie, I'm glad you found a lot of people. Back then, I was just doing enhancing. I was behind the scenes, wasn't really in front of the camera as much. Steve and these guys actually brought me on camera a little. The first time I ever went on camera was with those guys because I was just putting stuff in the chat and I was putting odds, and Zip wanted me to come on and argue about it and all kind of other stuff. So,
yep.
And I was blessed from my vantage point that they asked me to be the commentator for that. I take, if you look behind me on the shelf, go this way. Behind me on the shelf is still the this and that. The microphone flag is there, and it will always be there. It's one of my prized possessions.
We were honored to have you. Look, when we started it was this idea. Corey Meets World actually he said, "You guys should do it for charity," and I said, "That's not a bad idea," because we were talking about having I know Dan they drank like 7 and thought it was a big deal, and I was like, "Well, guys, that's not even a competition." I mean, and they were talking about it, and I said, "Let's do a real competition. We can organize it and everything else." Corey Meets World from Corey Meets World said, "Hey, you guys should do it for charity." I thought that's brilliant. Let's do it. Let's make it a big thing. Let's do all this. I contacted Give Kids the World because that's who we decided to go with.
Yep.
They're a fantastic organization, and that's it. From there, it's just history. It grew and grew and grew. It was supposed to be on a Saturday. The hurricane kind of came in and ruined plans, and Josh and Jenna were kind enough to say, just let's do it on Friday night because it was going to be on their stream because we wanted the biggest audience because we were raising money. And they, without hesitation, said, I pulled Josh aside on a, I don't remember what day it was. They were streaming on Wednesday or Thursday. I pulled them aside and said, hey, let me just be honest with you. We can't do it Saturday. The hurricane's coming in. Our flights, they shut down the airport on Sunday. We had to get out of there. And he said, let's just do it Friday night. And without even hesitating, I said, that's your main show. And he goes, we can do it. We don't care. Turned off super chats and everything. So there it is right there. That's
so cool.
Yeah. So it lasted a little over an hour, I think, if I remember correctly. It was just a good stream. It was rough the time after that. Dale stayed with me and made sure I was okay because it was a rough day. Tipper, what's up, buddy? So
I left you sitting back there, went with Josh and did the stream.
Yeah, and so they Resort TV wanted me to follow with them and walk around. We went outside and they were like taking pictures and they said, get on your knee. I was like, I'm never going to get up. And I mean, it was a rough time. And anyways, after all that was done, I had a really rough night the rest of the night. It was worth it because of the kids, but I had a really rough night the rest of the night. Dale stayed with me the whole time, made sure I was okay. Then, of course, apparently I'm the talker of the group of this and that, I guess. So when we get on the monorail, I'm sitting in the back corner like, I don't feel good. And Josh asked the question on his stream because they were still streaming. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Well, how'd this? And all the boys just looked at me and I'm like, no, I can't.
Yep, I remember.
I got up. I triggered like holding on to the pole. If you go back and watch the stream, I spoke a little and then I sat back down. It was a rough night. It was a really rough night. And after that, bad first impression, I'm sure, was the first time I met Maria and Chris from LBV TV. So I walked up to Maria and they had told Jenna and Dale were good friends with them. And Jenna had been telling them what we were doing. And she goes up to him and I went to shake her hand. She goes, oh no, you get a hug. And I was like, no. And she squeezed me real hard, but then I had to leave them for more because my stomach got upset again. So it was a rough night. It was a rough night. I'm not going to lie, but it was worth it.
That microphone flag is, I have several that I call are my prized possessions that are from this community and things we do. That's one of them. This one is the other one. That sits on my shelf every day to remind me of all the great people in our community. And we'll have another one soon, which is Steve's seen it. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Andy Coog, that's awesome. That's a lot of people found us through that stream with that stuff or that Beverly Challenge. And Tina says that poor Donna nearly killed her. It did. I don't think anybody realizes how she finished third, like right behind John.
Yep.
Crazy.
Trooper, absolutely trooper. It sent her sugar through the roof. Like
she was having a fit, and I didn't.
Not doing well either.
Because she does her readings differently than I was doing at that time. Because prior to this, I was a bad kind of diabetic before this all happened, and now it's weird. My numbers are ridiculously fine. I don't get it, but she was looking at me because she knew that I knew exactly the deal, and she looked at me a couple times and she said, "I know I'm way over. I know I'm way over." I'm like, stop. She's like, no, and she went and beat almost everybody there except for three of you.
She only lost to two of us, and she only got beat by John by like one drink. So
John is pretty impressive.
But somebody had said something. It triggered something I was gonna say. I don't remember what it was. Oh, so this is kind of gross. So if you don't like gross stuff, plug your ears real quick. But this tells you how good of a friend Shep was. So Shep, obviously the bathroom was full of people puking, and somebody had puked in the sink, and it was rather disgusting. Shep, being the good dude he is, helped clean everybody up. He cleaned it up, wiped up the puke, and I said, "What did you do?" He said, "I was cleaning it up." And I said, that wasn't any of ours. It was already there before we all did the challenge. That changed his whole perspective on a lot of things. But that's how good of a dude Shep is.
Yeah.
that he cleaned up some stranger's vomit in the sink. So
That's Shep. He's a good kid.
yeah, but it's gross. It's gross to think about now. So
And the interviews at the beginning were incredible. I had a blast doing them.
yep.
I interview, you saw in my opening tonight, Steve, if you don't know if you saw it or not, I played my trailer, and my trailer has me interviewing you and Shep, and it's pretty cool, having you guys doing that whole thing with you guys. And
it's fantastic.
Disney,
No one still selling thieves.
Disney Dan hit me in the face with a cup of Beverly.
That hurt you though, didn't it?
It hurt my eyes. Yeah,
hit you hard in the eye.
He came and the way he did it. He was supposed to come up, and instead he went in.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And then afterwards, I'm trying to talk to Corey. My eyes are going crazy, and all as Josh walked away, Corey's like, "What's wrong with you?"
Not Greg. Greg says that okay. After what I heard about Sean with the gnomes and the bulls, the throw up seems second nature. Dougie Waltergram, what's up, buddy? Hope you are well. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. It's got to be like morning over there, I guess.
Good morning.
Doug, have you met Dougie? Seen Dougie?
No, I've seen him
Dougie's
before.
from Scotland. Huge Ariel fan. Way better than Zip. He's got a tattoo over down his arm and everything. He's a good dude.
He's actually a fan. Zip's a stalker. He's a fan.
Zip stalker.
Yeah.
Dougie's a fan. One of the funniest things I've ever seen is a bat getting into Dougie's apartment and then trying to trap it or whatever they were trying to do. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. So, yeah, welcome in, buddy. So, but anyways, what else is there? We've talked about wrestling. We've talked about food, and we've talked about the Beverly. What do you want to talk about, Cody?
I don't care. I'm just happy to be here.
What is this muscle right here? I used to be able to name every bone in the body.
I'll sit here and I'll judge a push-up challenge. Let's go. Put your cameras on. Let's see who can do more.
Okay, and not now. I used to be able to do a lot, but no way I compete with this dude. No way. I saw your outdoor workout video from a year ago. Today.
Yeah.
It popped up on my playlist. I would hurt. It would some of the things you were doing would hurt me badly.
It takes a ton of discipline to do what Cody does. I respect it immensely.
Well, he has graciously agreed to help me live longer and help me. So we're gonna do it, especially when I get down there.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta get started. Yeah, get started now. But when I move down there, that's gonna help a lot. So
yep.
All good stuff. All right, guys, I have to call tonight. Craig is out of here.
Good night, Craig.
Good night.
Appreciate you. Craig,
Thanks, buddy, for being here.
I sent you another one. I hope you got it today.
No, Mike. Now, see, everybody's spinning my words here. Hashtag way better than Zip. Yet you call Zip your brother. Zip is my brother, but I said he's a way better fan of Ariel than Zip.
Yes.
Not way better than Zip. I just said he's a way better fan of Ariel than Zip.
Yeah, Ariel doesn't have a restraining order on.
She has a restraining order on Zip.
Yeah.
Can you blame her? No.
Who's your favorite character? Do you have a stalkish character that you like to hover over?
A character or just a regular character?
Well, I don't know. Whatever you like to hover over, buddy.
I mean, that's a great question. I don't really have a favorite character that way that I hover over like that. If I had to pick a character, Wonder Woman and the young lady Gal Gadot playing Wonder Woman. There's something about that. And the greatest thing used to be when you could go down to Disney and before years ago, and the adults would dress up, and I would sit during the Halloween parties and just watch the moms, and I would point them out to my wife, And the great thing about my wife is I would point them out, and she would, and I'd be like, "Oh, there's an 8.5," and she would flat out tell me, "Way out of your league, no chance, you got no chance." That was her answer.
Hey, Mickey Sightings. Have a good night.
Mickey Sightings, great to see you. So, but yeah, I mean, if I had to pick one princess, I would have to stick to. I'd have to stay on the Belle train. Something.
So Wonder Woman's not Disney. That's when you threw her out there. I was kind of.
No, I was just thinking. If I was thinking,
character,
that whole genre type thing of ladies and characters, man. Something about her. What that
I'm back, and as VP, I can confirm Ariel has filed a restraining order against Zip.
Yeah.
Hey, Stacey, and welcome back.
Stacey.
Cody, I know who your favorite character is. Do you have a favorite princess?
See, I'd probably have to go with Belle too, because
I thought you were gonna say ballerina, Steve. Go ahead.
no, because Emma Watson played Belle.
Oh, okay. If we're talking about actresses, Emma is fantastic.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
Well, if we're talking about actresses, I go Scarlett Johansson from playing.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I mean, she just does it for me.
Yeah,
She's
not a
funny.
bad actress.
She's funny. She's hot. I mean,
first off, she didn't play Disney princess.
I don't care. She's still hot.
I'm only talking about Disney princesses.
What's yours, Steve?
I love Belle, but probably I don't know. I really like Jasmine. I think I love a lot the movie Aladdin. I thought the actress that played Jasmine was fantastic. I actually thought the actor that played Aladdin in the live action movie was fantastic. I loved that live action movie. I thought it was incredible. Yeah,
it was good.
What's that?
I never saw the live action.
Buddy, we're gonna have to start doing movies, and we're gonna start watching these things that you haven't seen.
That's a good one.
Coco. He's never seen Coco.
I know.
He has an excuse because I think it came out when he was under. But
yeah, I've never seen Coco.
Good night, Tina. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Good night, Tina.
Yeah, good night, Tina. Love you.
I like Merida too. That's a good. Stacy said Ray's is Merida. I like Merida. I think Merida is a very strong female character. She's incredible.
Are you picking your princesses off of whether they're super tasters or not?
Jasmine's a super taster.
Okay.
I just know she is.
Now, my overall favorite character? Well, I'm wearing his shirt. Goofy.
Yep.
Love Goofy.
And I know Cody's. You want to tell everybody what yours is? Show everybody what yours is.
Stitch.
Go watch one of his videos. He's got a collection of Stitch mugs.
Yep.
My favorite character is Flynn Rider.
Nice.
My favorite villain is Dr. Facilier.
I love Dr. Facilier. You got me hooked on him.
He's my dude.
And that shirt that I end up getting that shirt is fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely it is. I get both the shirts I got from them. I got the Mandalorian shirt and the Dr. Facilier shirt. Both of them are really good. Really good.
Maria's she's amazing. She reached out to me several times while I was down. And just talked with me and everything, and then sent me a couple shirts, which was absolutely nice of her. And I love those shirts.
Emma Watson was as awesome as Belle, but I adore Tiana, such a strong woman. I love Princess and the Frog. It's a fantastic movie. Aladdin is my favorite. 7 times in the theater for the animated version. Wow. 17 times in the theater for the live action.
Wow, Elena, that's crazy.
My favorite Marvel character is Captain America. Before I even knew he was part of, I didn't know what Marvel was or anything. When I was younger, we were all like superheroes.
Right.
My brother's like this, and I was like, I just don't know which one I want. So they bought me a bunch of Captain America stuff because his name was Steve. So
Captain America. That's
Captain America.
That's
Steve
the
Rogers.
real super.
I was talking with Stacy one time. She was telling me when she was younger, she used to have this. It was like an old Pinto or something that was blue that she used to do things, crazy things and make out in the back seat or something.
Get a 1999 Mazda 626.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Dude. That's the one. There it is.
Sean says Cap and I are related.
Sean.
Steve Rogers.
Sean is related to me. Sure. Dumbo and Cinderella. Those are good ones too. Yeah. Look, I love everything Disney does. I'm kind of biased. I think there's not been anything I really don't like as far as the original stories go. Now, when you go to live actions, Dumbo I thought was okay. If you didn't know the story of Dumbo and you were going to know that was an adult themed movie, it would have been a fine movie. But I'm not a Tim Burton fan. Just not. I don't know. Just don't like that dark side. I wasn't a huge fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, but it is Disney and I do watch it. So it's like, it's just, I don't know. I like pretty much everything you do. I watch all the sequels. I've seen all the movies.
Elena, I will definitely watch it soon. It seems like Steve's going to make me watch it. So.
I am going to make him watch it for sure.
Yeah.
He needs to watch it on Thanksgiving. I might make you watch it there. Cody, you're not allowed to ride this ride until you watch this movie.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay. Now we're.
Yeah, the original Dumbo is amazing. I love that. And look, I'm a huge music fan. Loves original composition scores. I love the Disney songs. I have every one of them. That's, well, maybe not some of the newer ones, but from like I don't know, 2000 and well, you even got the Princess and the Frog and all these music from Up and all that. I collect the scores, not the written scores, the musical scores, and I think Disney music's fantastic. Then I bought Spotify, or I got Spotify, which is, and I figured I didn't even know they got Disney Park music on there. You can listen to the music of Epcot and walking through it and everything. So yeah, it's incredible. Love
Tim's here, Steve.
Good night, Tim. Thanks, buddy.
Tim.
I can't believe I got away with telling everybody Stacy likes to make out in the back of a Pinto and she didn't even call me or yell. It's pretty good.
I like Stacy. I can't make her mad.
I love.
I gotta. Me and Stacy here got like we're gonna be partners in crime. She's the VP. If I need things swung my way,
She's strong. There's no doubt about it.
She's very strong. She's very strong.
I love
I gotta watch out for Stacy though.
I'm a huge. She got that first Muppet Award recognition when we were before the show even started because of my love for Stacey Rodney.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Anywho, Spotify is like kind of like Pandora, except you choose what music you want to play.
It's so much better than Pandora.
No, it's way better than Pandora. Pandora suggests music. Spotify, you can look up music. And yes, they've already got albums put together. They've got themes put together. You can put in Disney Parks music, and it'll play the Disney Parks music. That fireworks show at Disney, which one do I like best? It's not there anymore. It was Illuminations. Illuminations was the best.
After for me.
What's that?
Happily Ever After for me, man.
That's not bad. I love the music in that. You've never seen it, have you? Is that what you were going to say, Cody?
What?
You've never seen it?
Seen what?
Happily Ever After?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just assumed it was something else you hadn't seen.
I was going to say I liked Wishes better than Happily Ever After.
Yeah, that's a good call too, man.
I disagree.
Hollow Wishes was one of the best. And like the music in Hollow Wishes. And once that went away.
The great thing about YouTube is I lay in bed, like I'm gonna go here in a few minutes because
oh no.
Yeah, I get up at 7.
Chris said thanks for taking the time to talk this long. It gave him something to complete.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Chris, why I didn't see that, buddy? Hang on. Other Chris. Hang on a minute. Oops, what am I doing? I gotta find something real quick. Go ahead, talk. I'm sorry.
Blue knows to talk about the 2 albums that Pearl has out, which are
on Spotify. That's cool.
Yeah, she does a great job.
Wow.
I love laying in bed because YouTube, you can go on and find channels out there that have. Where'd you send it?
Yeah, I know. He's been working on something.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm debuting that on Sunday night. That's fantastic. I'm not sharing. I'll share it with Cody later. It's fantastic.
Blue Nose, check Twitter. Anyways, yeah. So Disney characters are just fantastic. I love Disney music. I love to sing Disney music in the shower. I know that's really weird. I don't care. Super Tasty Steve, your newest Marvel hero action figure is not yet in stores. Thanks.
Chris, here's your audio clip. Pull it.
What?
I'll put that one. I want that Steve's Word clip.
Which one?
The one you just said about showers.
Oh, jeez.
I missed that.
See, normal people, Cody, don't think this way. Like
I was reading the chat.
All I said was I love Disney music. I love singing in the shower. I don't care. And apparently now it's a thing. You may want to look at Instagram. I don't. Oh, now it just popped in. I had it up.
Put it on Instagram already.
Oh, jeez.
Did he put it on Instagram? That's great.
Oh my gosh! How do I turn? Does it turn? Doesn't turn. All right.
I was trying to turn mine. I couldn't.
Let's see if I can.
Yes.
There it is.
Super taster.
With spoon in hand.
Spoon in his hand. I love it.
Wow, Chris.
Here's Super Taster.
So quick. That's
Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
great. Chris is awesome, man.
That's
Oh yeah, we got so many awesome people in this community. That's why I like it so much. That's an interesting question. I wonder if Sean and Stacy are related somehow. I know they say no. There's got to be a correlation somewhere.
I don't know. Be interesting to see. All things aviation is joining us.
Chris.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy.
You look different.
I know. I lost a little bit. A little bit of weight.
You look like the Luxo Junior thing, the actual rim of it. You know.
Yeah.
Steve, you and Corey should sing Disney songs together. I would sing with Corey. I'm not great, but I would sing with him. So, Chris, what is up, brother?
Not too much, man.
I apologize.
Same old.
I apologize. I did not get the reply back in time.
Oh no, that's okay. That's all right.
So, what is your favorite Disney princess?
Oh, geez. I think I'm gonna have to go with Jasmine.
Yeah, boy.
That's a good-
I can't remember how many times I've watched Aladdin when I was younger. I mean, it was just like, wow! Every time when she came on the screen.
Annie Cook, this is Blue Nose 352, Chris. So,
And you know why I like Dumbo, obviously.
yes, I do.
You know.
Because he's an elephant, or not, just because he can fly.
Yeah,
Uh,
she can fly.
did
Well,
you ever
both.
watch
They
the
both.
Did you ever watch the Disney version of Cars called Planes?
That
Yeah.
was a good one. I like that one.
Actually, that debuted at the big air show that I go to up in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Before it hit the theaters, Disney came up to Oshkosh and showed us all the movie before it went completely public.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was quite a night.
Very
Had a
cool.
bunch of the actors that did the voices there, and a bunch
for
of
Dumbo?
Planes.
Sorry,
Planes.
So
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know why I said Dumbo. I meant Planes from the one that's like Cars. So that's a little lesser known. I'm sure Cody hasn't seen it. Lesser known movie.
No.
It wasn't as popular. I don't even know if it went to theaters, to be honest. But it's a really good movie. It's just like Cars, except it's with planes.
It did, but Cars had a bigger turnout than Planes did.
Yeah, and they had another one in the mix called Trains. That was if this Planes thing did well, they were going to go Trains the next one, and it didn't do as well, so they killed it.
Right.
Yeah. 2013, Mike says. So we're going to be on for about another 15, 20 minutes. So what do you guys want to talk about? It's my guest's choice. Cody never cares.
Never care.
He doesn't. He just likes to be here and talk.
I'm
with
not
us.
like a super talker, so
I am a super talker. I'll say
Yeah.
that for sure. I can talk for days. What do you guys want to talk about for the next 15 to 20 minutes?
I'm going to defer to Blue Nose. He just came in. Give him the opportunity.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever. Yeah, I know. This conversation really isn't going anywhere if it doesn't matter to me either. It's like we're all just kind of stuck.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Have you seen Dumb and Dumber? Please tell me you've seen Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
Good.
Who hasn't?
And Step Brothers. If you haven't seen those two,
I've never seen Step. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, dude, we'll say we're gonna watch that as soon as we're done. If
Dude,
you've
I've
never seen
seen Step Brothers way too many times.
Yeah. So those are my two go-to movies: Dumb and Dumber and Step Brothers. I love that kind of comedy. There's some. Chris, how are you feeling? That's a good place to start.
I'm feeling okay. My blood work numbers were a little bit better.
That's good.
That's
Awesome.
good.
So my kidneys doing better, but I still have some issues that I have to have worked out.
Yep.
And no, I won't even go into detail. Never mind. Nope.
Well, for those of you
Go
that
ahead.
don't know, Chris has had some health issues. Not Chris, or that's not Chris. This is Chris. Chris has had some health issues. He
Yeah,
divorced
not my twin, me.
Yeah, I was pointing at Cody when I said it. 3 cheers for Super Steve. What are you doing? Stop. If you talk long enough, we may get issue number 2 of Super Taster and his kid sidekick Toaster Boy. Chris has had some health issues. He's made some of them public. We won't go into those issues. But he's a very, very amazing person in this community. We all feel for him for what he's had to go through. I told him in a personal level, he's gone through more than in just the short time I've known him than any person should go through in a lifetime. And same thing with Pete. You guys are just awesome people. But you always stay positive. You're always uplifting. And Chris is always supporting everybody in this community. So,
yeah, Chris is amazing.
Yeah,
I love Chris
I
to
love
death.
Chris.
I do. You know what? I have one request from one Chris to another Chris. Help, Dad Builds, help Blue Nose out. He would really feel better if that picture that you just did. Could you put a toaster in the other arm when he's flying? That would be.
That's gonna be the sidekick, the boy sidekick.
Perfect. Toaster Boy.
That
And
would work.
it would not surprise me if it was Baby Corey's head from the last one. So,
Oh yeah.
But Chris, not only is Chris heavy into aviation, but he's into several other things that I enjoy, which are weather, storm chasing. He does that, and he. I don't know, if, Chris, are you into all kinds of animals, or just like certain ones, like the whales?
Orcas are at the top of my list, and then it kind of goes down from there. I mean, basically all animals, but yeah, orcas are at the top of my list.
That's why Animal Kingdom is my favorite park, is because of all the animals. Real quick,
Well, same here. I mean, Animal Kingdom, yeah, out of all the parks, Animal Kingdom,
it's easily my favorite. Rock and Robin, Glenn, welcome in. And so AAA Sparkles asked about the toasters. So a long time ago when I started going, I would fly down there. I would get the bus, go to Disney. I would get an Uber, and then I bought a toaster on my first night there, along with bagels and Pop-Tarts to have. They were $5 back then when I first started it, and that way I could have breakfast without having to pay Disney prices on it throughout the week. And then since the toaster is only $5, I just leave it in the hotel for the maids to have, and it's become this thing ever since the first day I told that story. Then it turned into a Walmart stream where Pete tried to get me arrested.
I don't know about that.
It was just an interesting time from there. Thank you, Stacey. Stacey just put it there too.
That
Chris.
was fun though.
Chris, are you a super taster, or are you just like a regular taster, an average?
Wait for it, Cody. Wait for it, Cody.
Like a,
You know what? I know I said earlier, before my transplant, my taste buds were a little bit sensitive. After the transplant, these medications and my sense of smell was really, really sensitive.
Yeah.
After the transplant, I could, the average person just walking by or by someone else, I wouldn't be able to, if they were talking to me, I wouldn't be able to smell like what they had for lunch or something. But if somebody was within 10 feet of me, I'd be like, you had something with, you had like a burger or something. Like, how would you know that? Well, it's the meds. It's the meds that they have me on. So my sense of smell and my sense of taste has gone pretty extreme and very sensitive since my transplant.
Hey, Chris, what's the most pills that you were given for one day? Just out of curiosity, if you don't mind.
In the morning,
all together.
In the morning and in the
together.
evening, it was 15 different medications.
Both times, right?
All different ones, yeah.
So you had 30 a day was your
Yep.
biggest number?
Yep.
Mine was 46.
Wow.
Nice. Wow.
You guys. Sean Rogers says, I can see the headlines now all over social media. Fire at Disney Resort yesterday. Cause was a toaster. I unplugged the toaster when I'm done using it.
Steve's name written on.
I unplug the toaster and I don't sign them until I leave. Oh, well, of course, they could be using the toasters that I leave behind. Maybe not signing them would be a great thing. Stacy says there is a warehouse in Disney where they store all the toasters that Steve has left in the room. I've heard all new DVC rooms get a Steve's World toaster. And she's actually accurate. So
they're going to start engraving your name on them, too.
That would be,
Yeah.
you know, it would have been great if you had like a magnet to put onto the bottom of it, just so you could see if it was still there next time you know.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't happen. I mean, the ones I get are just like cheap Walmart specials. So, but yeah.
How come you guys are trying to figure out where you're eating? You know, the best restaurant in town is there, and you're skipping it.
I didn't say we're skipping it. I'm just not telling people where we're going.
You know what I'm thinking about.
I know, and we'll be there.
Nice.
We're gonna have 2 meals. So
Yeah.
Oh, God bless. Can't wait. Now I definitely better get a check-in.
yeah, for sure,
For sure.
So
Yeah,
but
do
there's this-
some heavy-duty stomach stretching.
yes, that's good. It's prepping me for that's my training for the Beverly Challenge, and not the Beverly Challenge, the McRib Challenge. Mike Wheeler, what's up, buddy? Thank you for being here. So the whole purpose of the look, I'm very open. There's nothing fake about what I do when I talk about on here, but there are certain parts and aspects of my life I keep private, including my plans, just because you never know who's listening in. Jennifer Geiger, welcome in. And I owe it not only to myself, but to the people that I'm visiting or being around to protect them as much as I would protect myself. So that's the reason why I don't ever usually disclose my plans and till after I get back from the vacation. And then I tell people what we did. I have no problem sharing details or anything, but it's strictly a safety precautionary measure, not only to myself, but for the people that I'm going to be with. So
Stacey's at 39. It's a lot. You know, I used to question when all these. I mean, I felt like I didn't even eat. I just take pills. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving this year because my dinner at Thanksgiving last year was a ham and cheese sandwich with no mayonnaise. That was my Thanksgiving dinner. So I cannot wait. Everything.
I don't even like taking. I don't take Tylenol or anything. I can't take pills. I don't like pills. I know one day I'll probably need them. I just don't like them.
I didn't have a choice. The weird thing about my whole thing, and I mean, Chris, you may feel the same with some of the stuff you've been through. Here's the messed up thing. I don't remember at all either one of the amputations at all. Nothing. Like I woke up and everything was gone and everything was healed. And I'm like, it's like, what the hell? You know? That's the weirdest thing about that whole thing is that I have no remembrance of it at all. I do remember calling Dave on the way to the hospital. I do remember
that was creepy.
Yeah.
We were on the other end of that. Dave was like, "Hey, I just got this from Pete, and this is what was being," and that's what started the whole thing. And then somehow, I don't remember how, but I found your wife she reached out to me, I think, to at least let somebody know what was going on because we were all bombarding her. That allowed me to at least tell people, look, guys, they're okay. You know, they're asking for privacy, and that way I could broadcast and hopefully people would respect not bombarding your family with what was going on. So
yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Jonathan wants to know if just that goes to Vegas secretly. We go places secretly, and Annie Coogie wants to know, is that because I'm a super taster? I don't even know what the question was, but yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
It's because
Stacey, I get mayonnaise this year. I love Stacey and her. We battle a lot, but I love her.
She's awesome.
Yeah. So,
Chris, what's your idea of a good Thanksgiving meal?
Oh, geez. You know, and please don't get angry at me for this, but I'm really not that big into turkey.
I ain't mad at you.
So I mean, I might have just a little bit of it, but that little portion on my plate, there's more vegetables and sides than there are turkey on my plate. I mean, it's just it might be just a small chunk of turkey or a small bit
Wow.
of turkey, and the rest is mashed potatoes and carrots or green beans, whatever.
Everything.
That's what I like as far as a Thanksgiving meal.
I like it.
Yeah. And Andy Coog asked if someone found Pete's mom on Facebook too. I know I was talking to Pete's mom as well, and so was Carlos, Disney World Freak, I think.
Yeah, and it was great because when I woke up, I mean, I knew who Steve was, and Preston was, of course, as soon as I woke up, telling me about all the everything Steve. So I knew more about Steve than anybody else in the community. What was going on because of Preston. But my mother was funny because I didn't know honestly who the HE double hockey sticks she was talking about. She comes in, she's like, "Yeah, I talked to the freak at Disney, and he's very concerned about you." I'm like, "What?" She kept calling him that the whole time. But yeah, God bless Carlos. He cared. A lot of people from the community cared enough to do it, and it's part of the reason I'm so passionate about what I'm trying to do for this community is because of that. And I felt that. I spent many days, in tears listening to this and that, laying in bed, not being able to move. I actually had 16 tubes in me at one point. I think was the top number. And all I could do was lay there. I couldn't even laugh. But Zip would do something stupid. I had to. It hurt me to laugh. So I used to get mad at Zip for making me laugh. You get that a lot. But yeah, I listened to these guys and Corey and Josh Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that was part of what got me through as I was laying there. And once I got up and about, then I got a little motivated with different things. But it was crazy. I truly believe. And Preston played this and that, Corey and Steve, while I was in the coma for me as well. Which, there's things that I watch now as I've gone back and watched old episodes of things to enlighten myself. God bless Stacy for sending me all the timestamps on certain things I needed to see. I'd be watching it. I'd be like, God, that sounds familiar. So whether it got through or not, I don't know.
And Mike's correct. Preston's account got hacked at the time too, and I helped him redo all that because they were sending out some pretty bad messages from his account. So
yeah, Steve was incredible. Not only with that, you helped him with a lot of things, just in everything. You really stepped in, as a kind of a male role model for him, and it's the only reason that I allow Preston to come back to me with, well, Steve would do this when I'm having a discussion with him on what I don't want to do. Any other person, I swear, I'd knock his head off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I get that, or here's the other thing I get. Dad, I saw Steve, and I'm like, what's this going to cost me? So I do get that a little bit,
He's a good kid. I like him. I like your family. That's, it felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
There. And for those who don't know, I went out and I watched Preston play a soccer game. He asked me to come to a soccer game, which I was honored he wanted me there. And it meant something to him. And
that meant
that's why I met your wife too.
Yeah, that meant everything to me when I woke up and was told that. I'm getting emotional now, and I gotta just breathe because it's tough to go through. But hearing that two friends that were new friends. I mean, I knew Steve better than Walt. I'd only met Walt one time at a baseball game. But the fact that Steve came out here and took time from his life to come out and be an active part of my son's life, I forgot to ask you, Steve, are you a practicing Catholic?
Not a Catholic. I'm a Christian, but not a Catholic.
Okay. Preston was asking me about that because he is actually thinking of you as one of his religious godparents, as they say, sponsors.
I grew up Catholic 100%. I have godparents, but my church is not Catholic. The one I go to.
So it was very cool to see that, and Preston stayed very grounded, and I think it saved him from going through a lot of it. Knowing that the first thing he did when he walked in and saw me was just say, "Hey, Dad," and he just talked to me and everything. And it's interesting going back through it all. Thank God I had that journal because that really helped do everything. And it's pretty cool. You guys did that auction and everything, and I went back and watched that. When I watched it last month, I actually sat and watched that. and to see what you guys did and the support of the community. And it's just cool. It's a good thing we have. And there's not, in YouTube, for those of you that are new, I know Craig was here and he rolled out, and Dad Builds is here. Other communities aren't like this.
Yeah.
You go in and you get a lot of ugly. Even Ed and Mindy, if you watch the project, will tell you they're involved in some Lego communities, and they've had a couple where they've had to, I'm going to get out of that one because it's just people not treating people properly. So we're blessed to have what we have.
I started in the toy and Pokemon community, and they're just as bad there. So, but no, dude, I think the world of your son. I consider him like a son to me. So I would be there for anything you guys ever needed. So
yeah, well, and it's funny if you guys missed our stream earlier when Steve was on with me. Before the stream, Steve and I were in here. I don't know. We were talking about we talked for about an hour and a half. I don't know what you and I were talking, just about things in life. And I tried to get my son in here to help me with the bills and stuff for 2 days. 2 days. And he was mad at me because I wouldn't go buy a $500 Xbox because Ed Viapre was having it and Preston needed to be able to go in and stream with Shep and Dave. And I'm like, no, we're not going to buy this. So he shut the door. He didn't come in and help on last night's stream at all. As soon as he hears Steve on the damn thing, here comes Preston flying in the door.
And I've taught him the right path to being a Dodger fan. That's the best part about it all.
Oh yeah, he loves the Dodgers now. There's no doubt. We have more Dodger stuff in this house than I've ever had. He did. As a matter of fact, he was so inspired by Steve. He did a major project on Jackie Robinson.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, which I was very happy about that he did that, and that he's still finding the love of everything, and he can't wait to get back down. He was kind of funny. I think like a week ago, he told my wife that, Mom, when we go down to Disney this trip next spring, we need to hit all the bars that we hit when we were down there.
That was not me. That was not me.
No, that was not you. That was Dev and Dave. That was those two clowns.
I mean, I was there, but that was not my doing.
Yeah. Well, when we closed the ale house that first night, there was so much talent sitting at that table. You had Corey, you had all the this and that guys, you had Dev. Who else was with us that night? I can't remember.
I think it was us, Corey, and Dev, I think is who it was.
Just so much talent.
Triple P was there.
Triple P. I knew somebody else was there. So much talent sitting at that table. And then for that woman to go all out about Zippity Doodad, that still is my.
Oh, you're talking over there at
Ale House.
Ale House, yeah, Miller. That's Miller's is fantastic, by the way. But I go there. My last hotel, Pete, not this past trip, but the one in July, September, was across the street from Miller's.
Oh, the courtyard right there.
It was right there across the street from Miller's. Anyways, we go in there and Pete's up to his whole little whatever. He apparently told somebody, "Hey, you need to go up here." Blah 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 blah. Ask this guy if he's Zippity Doodad.
It was sitting in front of me, and somebody went up to the bar. I think it was Corey. I was just getting pictures of the whatever drink it was because it was cheap. And Zip was up there at the bar with it, and this couple was sitting right next. What are you laughing at now?
Oh my god!
Did he send another one?
Yeah.
My phone's on the floor.
I can take the screenshot so I can pull it up. Hang on.
All right. So I'll hold on the story till that comes up. So when he's ready, I'll stop. So we're sitting there, and this couple is next to us. It's two ladies and a child. And did you get it?
Yes.
I can't wait to see this. My phone's on the floor. I can't reach it until I move my chair.
Here, let me present it real quick.
That is absolutely going on my show Sunday.
Super Taster and Toaster Boy.
That's perfect.
Pop-Tart. I gotta get to focus.
That is perfect.
There you go. Come on, focus.
Chris, I hope that's on my text message.
Anyway,
my phone's on the floor.
I'll get to focus later, but
so I'm sitting there talking to these two ladies as Zip's up at the bar, and Zip had handed Triple P or somebody one of his buttons, and the lady saw and she kind of looked, and I said, "Do you know who that is?" And I was whispering. She goes, "Who is it?" I said, "It's Zippity Doodad. He's a major YouTube star." I said, "He is known worldwide. He's got more subscribers than I could ever think of. I'm just humbled to be here having dinner with him. I'm buying him dinner tonight," which, I was actually buying dinner because I think I picked up the bill that night. And this is great. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. So she's just buying this thing up and eating it all up, right? And Zip comes back and sits down, And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she goes something like, "Oh my God, zippity doo, Dad!" And she starts going crazy. And
She wanted her picture.
he stands up and he's hugging her and he's signing autographs and he's taking pictures. And this is going on for like 5-6 minutes. And right as they take the picture, her friend that's with her goes, I still tear up when I say this. She goes out loud so everybody heard it. She goes, "He ain't nobody. He ain't even got 500 subscribers yet."
Yeah, that's the greatest thing ever. See, that's to a T exactly what she said. He ain't nobody. He doesn't even have 500 subscribers.
Oh my God.
After they rushed him just taking their pictures with Zip because they thought he was a big star.
Oh, and the great thing was Patrick didn't get it at first. So he didn't realize what was going on. He was still all fired up. He's like, "Hey, man, you see, somebody knew me." And I was like, even Preston looked at me. He's like, "Dad, Zip doesn't get it." I was like, "He will."
It was fantastic. It was a great night. I felt bad for Zip, but no, he didn't even have 500 subs at that time.
No,
it was a pretty entertaining evening. I felt so bad for Zip. I was just glad I was on Pete's good side that night. But
it just happened that Patrick was the one that sat in front of me. And even the great thing was because I had Corey next to me, and Dev was down next to Preston at the end, and I told Corey what I was doing, and I love Corey so much. I know you do, Steve. You respect him immensely. Corey looks at me and goes, "Oh God, do that. He's pushing me along to do it, and he's in tears as I'm telling her. He's doubled over the table and tears coming down his face, listening to me tell this woman and her to buy the whole thing. It was great. Oh God.
There's no need for any more issues, Chris.
Issue 3.
And Stacy, I didn't forbid Stacy to do it, so she did it. So, anyways,
that picture may or may not be in the mod chat.
Well, it's 2:26 in the morning.
Oh God.
I still have things I got to do. So, I appreciate everybody being here tonight. I appreciate these gentlemen being here with me. Chris, Blue Nose 352, all things aviation. Make sure you go check him out. Yep. He's really good on Instagram and Twitter too. Instagram mostly, I think. But Mary, MY, welcome in. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Mary.
And I got time. So make sure you check him out. He does a great job. He's just an awesome supporter of this community. Pete, this guy down here in this corner, he goes on Sundays with Off the Wall, which is a very risky show to be on in the hot seat. Make sure that if you're there, you can plead the fifth. I didn't, but you could. But I just hope Cody does when he's on it. Anyways, Pete also goes live on Wednesdays. I can't remember the name of the show, Pete. What's the name of it?
Chilling with Pete.
What is it?
Chilling with
Pete. And then he goes live on Everyday Football Plays with the football shows. So make sure you check out Pete. And then, of course, this guy over here will start streaming one day soon.
Maybe.
Will start streaming one day soon. God has a fantastic YouTube page. He's posting every day, every single day. Strive to do better, Cody.
And don't forget, Steve, the community recognition's coming up. Many of the people that were in your chat here tonight are, I can tell there's a lot of nominees that were nominated this time, 156, done by 18 different channels in the community. It's going to be November 25th. It's just my platform on my channel. I'm representing Steve and all the other ones involved. So come over that night. I'm not worried about you subscribing, honestly. I'm worried about you being there for what's going to be a community celebration. And hopefully I can work it out so that I can have Steve there with me hanging out for a few minutes before he gets on a plane to Disney and goes and gets me cupcakes. That'd be great.
Oh, I forgot about cupcakes. I've never had a Sprinkles cupcake still.
I tell you, if you could walk into the confectionery when it's fresh, not the prepackaged stuff, they're better than Sprinkles. There's no doubt. You go there. I used to rope drop and go there first and get cupcakes because they were just incredible. But we'll see.
Minus the gnome nectar.
Don't get any with gnome nectar.
Hold the gnome nectar, please.
Yes.
Oh.
But anyways, Cody has his own YouTube channel. Fantastic, inspirational, motivational fitness guy. He's trying to make me a better person. He's doing a great job, and he's got great videos. He's very popular on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you go follow him. If you just need a good uplifting motivational speech, he encourages you to do things that you go, I don't want to do that, but you'll do them after reading his stuff. So make sure you check out Cody. And he was on my channel this past Monday with Getting to Know You. So if you want to get to know Cody, go check it out.
It was a good interview.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
And because he's humble and he won't say it, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen Steve's video on the recap of Legends, it is one of the best pieces of work that I have seen on YouTube in all my time. I told Steve that privately. I don't mind saying it publicly. I think he hammered it home between Corey's live vision that they did. If you haven't watched that whole thing, watch Corey's stream when they were out there, and then watch Steve's recap. And I'm telling you, you're going to sit back and just say, wow.
It's amazing.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I take a lot of pride. I took a lot of pride in what I did. But again, that's why it took me 3 weeks to do. So I wanted to make sure I did it justice. So
you did very well.
So thank you guys.
And I can only imagine what it was like actually being there. I mean, looking through the screen, just watching it on the screen was unbelievable. But
when I say life-changing, like literally, it put a whole lot of things going on in my life in perspective. It was, I mean, it was just fantastic. It was the best experience I probably have ever had in my life.
So, quick question for you. I asked Corey the other night when he and I were talking. I'm going to ask you now here. I don't mind. It's not a bad question. Did you walk up and touch Walt's grave?
We were standing in Walt's grave.
I know you were standing there, and you can go through the bushes and touch it.
No, I did not go through the bushes. No.
Okay, just curious.
I look to me again. I'm not saying it's wrong, but people do it. I don't disrupt anything that's there.
I loved how you cleaned off graves. That was
I wanted to make sure that people could be seen and known. I'll clean them off, but I won't. Like if there's decorations, signs, I'm not going to walk through the bushes to touch his grave.
There's a couple of YouTubers that do channels about graveyards that I was telling Corey about because Stephanie likes that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And one of the guys actually takes a small bristle broom with him. It's a little handheld one, and every time he goes to the grave that he's highlighting, he cleans it off out of respect.
That's nice. That's a great idea because some of them were hard, even though it was just like dead grass. It was hard to get off some of them. It was hard to get them to wipe them clean. So
yeah.
But I appreciate it, guys. Chris,
thank you, Stacy, for putting that in there for Steve.
Yeah, Stacy, thank you so much. Chris, you got any final words, buddy?
No, just everyone have a great weekend, and thanks for having me on.
Oh, of course, brother, of course. Pete,
the world's a better place when you put a smile on someone's face. Hopefully, we've done that here for you tonight.
Awesome, dude. Cody,
it was a lot of fun. I appreciate all you guys, and make sure you guys choose to strive.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Oh, it's
good night.
Your dad.
And
yes,
subscribe as if we do that.
Subscribe as if we do that.
There it is, right there. I wanted that. That's what I wanted.
To the chat, thank you guys so much for being here. These little late night Insomniac streams. Obviously, I can't believe we have as many people as we get when we do them at 2:00 in the morning. But love you guys. Thank you for being here. And we could not do this without you. And the only thing I ever say, I need a nice little catchphrase. So all I do is say goodbye. Love you guys, and we will see you next time.
Good night.